What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Friday? Well, it's a nice day out here. It's just cold here in the Midwest, here out in Hobart, Indiana. Let's see who we got in the chat here. We have a bunch of guests today to take part in this shit show that is the TH3D Nation live stream, where we talk about all sorts of things with printers, touch on some technology stuff. And we actually have a pretty packed lineup of stuff we're going to be talking about. If you guys also want to have us ask, we do a Q&A session a little later in the stream. So you guys want to go ahead and ask us questions, you can go ahead and go to qa.th3dstudio.com and you can post your questions there. Now, we do like to promote other small businesses and other makers. So if you guys want to show something off or plug your business, plug a project, you can go ahead to showcase.th3dstudio.com. There's a form there to fill out and we'll show off your stuff. Don't submit anything that you guys do not want to have shared on this public live stream. So without further ado, we have the one, the only, the magnificent Tor with his cat. You look like an evil, like
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, what was the evil people in Pokemon where she had the version? You know what I mean?
Team Rocket.
I know. Yeah, the Team Rocket, the boss. And speaking of Pokemon, Mr. Josh, we got a Pokemon today.
Blastoise hanging out.
Yes, Mr. Josh Blastoise was down here from Wisconsin. We got some food at Tyler's Tender, and then we went to our little arcade, and then we went to a hobby shop, and I bought myself some Twains, and Josh got a Pokemon figure. What did you get, Josh?
I got a Lugia figure, and it's like a little model. So
yeah,
we'll put that together.
All right. Next, we have Mr. Jerry joining us.
What's going on, TH3D Nation? Episode number 9. Las Vegas in the house. What's going on? Hello,
goddamn. Jerry's enthusiasm for our own stream is way higher than ours. I was not expecting that.
I've been sick all morning. My enthusiasm is very low.
Imagine if I showed up to a convention, you'd hear me coming from across the room.
And last but not least is Mr. Emerson, Mr. Backwoods Tinkerer, aka Wish.com Nero, except he doesn't have his leather overalls on. I know, look at him. He's got his fancy little TH3D thing there. Let's see what other layouts we have.
Hang on, I can fix that.
Hang on, I'm playing with different layouts here. Hang on, let's see. Up. There we go. Oh, hang on, there we go. Your leather overalls. There you go. I thought those were only for, well, never mind. I won't try to keep this PG rated. Oh, all right. Yeah, so I did next week. I'm gonna, as far as I know, unless his work schedule changes, Mr. Light Source Engraving here should be on next week's show.
Cool.
He's got to work, do that whole work thing, so he can't join us today.
Patrick has an
hopefully
awesome
he'll
channel.
be.
Everybody go
hopefully-
check him out and subscribe.
Yeah, and everybody, and you guys feel free to post your links in the private chat. Everybody that's on here, if you want to promote any of your social medias, your YouTube channels, whatever. I'll go ahead and put it on there. Look at Tora and his kitty. Look at the kitty.
He's happy.
Yeah, he's so look. He's like, look, what Tora is your check your resolution on your camera because it defaulted me to 480p. He looks so happy. That's Mr.
He
Puff,
is.
right?
Dr.
This
Evil.
Puffball.
Yeah,
That was funny.
and you can see on Josh because Josh is on our guest computer right here. You can see me behind him.
Yeah,
so you guys got to
default me to 480.
you got the behind the scenes. There you go. Look at that. So you can see Remo there chewing on ball. And then we got comment here doing, come on, just do the thing. There you go. Climb up in my lap like every stream. He's like, hi guys, my name is Comet. He actually has, we just got him
His collar got in.
We got his Tactipup collar. It's official. He has his, look at, he's like, that's mine, Dad. Dad, can I have my collar back? And then Krista got him a tag that says, hello, my name is Comet. Because he's a little slow.
Thanks to you, I ordered one of those collars too, by the way. So retard pup will have one.
Remo's had his for a couple of years now, and they're made in the U.S. They're really good quality. It does take about 3 to 4 weeks to get them made, but they're really good quality. And they have a dumbass handle, I call it, where if they're being bad, you can just grab them.
Yeah.
And the dog has a handle. Comments like, I love you. Give me more pets, please. So, yeah, no, they're really good quality. So, not like you're buying a billion of them, And like I said, I'd rather buy it once and have something that lasts a long time. So I'll go ahead and post
If you want to share Patrick's YouTube channel at any time, I sent it to you.
I just did.
All right.
Is this? Yep, that's it. So there you guys go. If you want to check out Light Source Engraving, he'll be on next week. He actually knows my buddy Tyler West. He's been on streams years ago. He lived in Alaska for a while. He's been at Murph with us. He went to Murph with us a couple years. Like we're talking like pre-COVID years, like that long ago. Yeah. So today we're all going to kind of chit chat. I'm hoping everybody's liking the new format where we have more people on. I'm enjoying it myself. Like even just having Tor on is nice because we have more people to chit chat. So if you guys are in the maker space, doesn't even have to be 3D printing. If you're in the maker space, you want to come and hang out and we can all chat. It's nice to get other perspectives on what's going on. With things because everybody has different views on different stuff. So it's nice to get different things. So we're going to go into the news in terms of TH3D news. If you guys were waiting on Polymaker Black ABS 1 kilogram rolls, we have those back in stock again. Those are out of stock for quite a while. We have those in again. They're in stock and ready to ship. We also have the stools. We still have some of the stool sample gag gifts. So if you guys want our stool samples, those are there. If you want to give them to somebody, they make a really good gift. And if you check out on our website, you'll actually get the opportunity to add one at a discounted price. I put it as like a little bonus here. And I also want to know what people think of the new homepage. So I have our new homepage here. I spent a lot of time on it. I'm trying to make the site more usable. We had some issues with payment processors like Zip not working correctly. So Zip is gone. We now have Affirm if you want, or one of the people likes using the pay in 4 type services. This is our new homepage that I made. So we got a whole new theme. I got more product highlights here. So, we got our ABL kits, our pie kits, our bamboo flex plates. And then I have this nice block here that kind of selects products at random for each visitor. So these are unique to each person. So you can kind of see new stuff we have. Same thing with here. These are like higher rated products that'll be shown. We got here, if you need help with your printer, you can go ahead and hit contact us now. And this will take you right to submitting a ticket to us if you need help with something. And then we also have a nice selection of filament stuff that we recommend. I kind of handpicked a lot of stuff that you can go ahead and do that. And you can just say, if you want to see all the filament, you can just click view all, and it'll take you to all the filament. So we are a Polymaker reseller. We got over 74. We got 74 of their products. We got over 70 of our own. We might be adding ESUN stuff. Yeah, we might be adding ESUN to the lineup soon too. We actually had some representatives from ESUN from China visit us yesterday, so we had a good meeting with them. So if there's anything you'd like to see us, any materials, colors, that kind of stuff that we don't carry already, let us know, because we are stocking the store. I kind of want to become like the place you go to get filament and parts you need for your machines. Been working on a lot of different stuff. We got a nicer menu system here. You can actually just hit some of the more popular products here right at the top, like our auto bed leveling kits, our landing page for that, our bamboo parts. If you guys have bamboo stuff, we are doing stuff for the bamboo printers. We got our tough tube for them. If you want a tough tube tube that actually lasts a while. We have flex plates, our Easy Flex Pro. These are really nice flex plates. And then we also have the upgraded hot ends too. If you guys haven't seen these are really nice. They're a lot more durable and beefy than the stock hot ends. You got a nice beefed up heat break here, and you can change just the nozzle. You don't have to change the whole hot end. You just heat it up, switch it out like any other printer. Right now we have spare 0.4s. I am getting 0.6s and 0.8s in, and they're very well priced. Only $6 for a hardened steel nozzle, and the hot end's only $30, and that includes the thermal paste and includes your thermistor and the heater cartridge. Corey, I meant to ask you, did your P1 stock heater cartridge and thermistor, does that fit in this aftermarket hot, or is it slightly different?
They're the same.
Okay, so yeah, so you can use it. I thought it was. I wasn't quite sure. Like the X1 fits on the X1 stock heater and thermistor fits in this. I wasn't sure if the P1 was the same story. So yeah, we're working on just improving the product lineup, improving the website. We have like just for example, like our cart here. We do have promotions and stuff right here. So if you add anything over $5, you can get 50% off our stool sample. So if you click this, it'll add the stool sample to your cart for $1.50. So you want a little gag gift. We have these. It's literally a stool in a sample jar. So
I went to my doctor's office a few years ago and I snagged a couple that were green in the bathroom, and I brought them home and I printed some little stools and put them in it. And then at a later appointment, I gave one back to the doctor and I kept the other one.
Yeah, Tor actually designed the stool. It's got our logo in the top of it, like inset by one layer. And we do also, if you guys check, if you're on our site, these rotate out. We do have different deals if you spend a certain amount. So basically, the more you add to your cart, you up to a certain point, you do get better deals. So like right now, I have over $25 in my cart, so I can get 20% off of a 100 ml bottle, the big bottle of our bed cement. I can also get 20% off a meter of tough tube. So keep an eye out for the special deals. In terms of the checkout system, we streamlined this a bit. You still have the deals up here. You can edit your quantities in the cart for certain items. Our credit card processor was having issues with getting declined, so we did re-enable Stripe for our credit card processor because they do have a better job than PayPal. PayPal's credit card processing, they did have a better rate, but we were losing sales because they weren't processing the cards correctly. We still do have PayPal, and then if you enter your address and stuff and it's over, I think $50, you can qualify for a firm, which will give you right here. See, I increased it. It's a pay over time thing. So a lot of people have been using it. A firm, Amazon uses them. They're really nice if you need to make a couple payments over stuff. So yeah. And if you need to go back, you can just click shopping cart. It's a really simple checkout page. The last thing with the actual website that we fixed, we had issues with the what's the word I'm looking for? We had issues with the UPS shipping plugin, and it was not working correctly. We did change all that up and redid the back end. You guys will see a lot more items here in terms of what you can select for shipping methods, and there's a lot of UPS options. So the site's going to give you all sorts of options, whether you want it to go USPS or UPS. So if you guys do encounter issues, please let us know. We do try to constantly monitor the site to see if there's any problems. But again, we only can catch things so much, and there are third-party integrations we integrate with, like USPS and UPS for getting shipping rates, and sometimes they mess up, and if they're messing up, we need to know so we can contact them and let them know there's a problem. So Yeah, the site should feel a lot more fast or a lot faster too as well. I spent a lot of time optimizing stuff on the back end, so it's a little bit snappier. The only thing I've noticed sometimes add to cart does take a sec. I'm trying to figure out why. It seems to be a very common thing with WooCommerce, which is what we use. But it's not bad, like a couple seconds. I'd like it to be almost instant, but it is processing things. So Emerson, your camera has decided to go and do its own thing.
USPS sucks. They screw everything up.
Glad you had
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this thing out. It's a little too fancy for me.
I sold some RAM on Marketplace in November to somebody in Colorado, and Facebook still hasn't paid me. I get a
Really?
note
Oh, they
every
paid you
day.
through Facebook?
Yeah. So,
Okay, so we have actually 2 security breaches to talk about that affect. One directly affects makers. The other one probably affects most people watching because I know they're a very popular brand. Do you guys? We have.
Jerry probably uses the Wise cams.
Yeah, I think Jerry, you have wise cams, don't you?
oh, they're not hooked up, but I have a couple.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the wise cam. So, I'm gonna go ahead and we're not gonna go ahead and play this whole video, but I am gonna post in the chat. This is from Louis Rossman. If you guys don't follow him, you definitely should. Basically, Wisecam had I would say, a major security breach where basically other people were getting access to your camera thumbnails, your streams. Basically, somebody could see your cameras when they weren't supposed to. They're trying to downplay it, saying that someone was able, instead of saying like someone was able to watch through your camera, they said, well, somebody else got a thumbnail for your video and may have been able to view content that was saved to our cloud services. This is one of the reasons why I rail so hard against cloud stuff. Like, I get it's convenient. I get it's, basically just convenient. That's the thing. It's convenient. It's easy. But when you guys are dealing with cloud services, you're essentially trading your privacy and security for convenience. And me personally, I'm not okay with that. Tor actually got an email.
Yeah,
is your email.
I have Wise cams and I got an email.
So this is email. Yeah, it says your account number 99.75
have the affected security issue.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm willing to bet it's more than the 0.25% they're saying. I think they're trying to downplay this so they don't get sued. Which is a very common thing.
It's the exact same thing that Bamboo did.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's only 0.1% of users. Yeah, but that's a bit too much, even that.
Yeah, so they're trying to blame that it's their AWS, Amazon Web Services. They power tons of stuff. Where our site actually uses AWS, we use DNS. They're not hosting our site, but we use their DNS system because we use Kinsta, which leverages AWS for DNS. But yeah, so they're saying that the cameras were knocked off. About 13,000 users received thumbnails from cameras that are not their own, aka somebody had pictures and stuff from other people's cameras that they shouldn't have had. And it says 1,504 users tapped on them, meaning somebody tapped on those. And then, who just dropped off? Emerson's trying to figure his camera out. Meaning that somebody watched 1,500 people watched other people's camera streams, or clips.
I saw a Reddit.
That's a lot.
Where it's like, so a lot of these people have it inside for like watching their animals when they're away. And somebody was posting that they were inside getting ready. So they were not fully clothed.
Yep. I do not. I have cameras.
Not happy with that at all.
No, and I have cameras inside my house, but none of them are in private areas. They are all in common areas. Like there's one in this room I'm at. You can actually see it in Josh's upper left. You can see it in the corner there.
Yeah. My security cameras are all outside, and I got one in the kitchen that's pointing back towards this room that I'm in, the hobby room, in case there's ever a break in and somebody's rummaging around, will catch them running through the kitchen.
Yeah, we have them. I mean, I use them to monitor the pets, but I have them literally for security. I have Like for one, I have one that's by my server rack down here that just watches the sump pumps and the ejector pit and the server racks there. So that really doesn't see anything. It's mostly if we're out of town, I can see if there's like, if I have a sensor in the sump area. So if it starts raining really bad and I can see water start coming in, I can like call somebody over and be like, hey, can you go and take care of that? I have actually a spare sump pump sitting right next to it. In case
I
sump pump.
don't 3D print in my birthday suit, so I'm all right.
That's probably a good idea, especially with the resin.
The camera would break.
I see Thomas saying that it's not AWS. Are you saying that they're probably just misdirecting? Because they're saying here they've got a layer of verification. Why wasn't this there before? Like this is the thing, and we're going to go into this, and this applies to the other security breach that we're going to be talking about. Is like these companies that are pushing out cheap crap. That's what Wisecam is. Like they're nice, but they're cheap crap at the end of the day. They're cheap Chinese cameras. And when you have products that are being sold for next to nothing, they're cutting corners to get to that lower price. And one of those corners almost always is security.
We're talking about Temu now?
No, well,
I've seen a lot of videos on Temu on
well,
buying
Temu's a scam. Don't use Temu. I'd be afraid of them stealing credit cards.
Lightsource Engraving has bought a bunch of stuff for laser engraving off Temu. It looks like he got some cool stuff, but I've seen a few YouTube videos on why you shouldn't buy off Temu and all the type of information that they're collecting while they're selling you stuff really cheap.
Yep. So
Just
if the
buy from
product's
AliExpress
free,
or Banggood if you're going to get something from
AliExpress is actually fine. But yeah, Temu, like basically, here's the thing. In general with services, if you are not paying for it or you're paying like nothing, you're the product that's being sold. That's why Facebook's free. That's why Twitter's free. Like that's why Discord's free. Like all these things. I mean, I can tell you our company, we don't sell our customer data to anybody. We don't sell our visitor data. We actually have everything private in-house for all of our analytics. Like we literally host our own analytics server.
More than likely, all of our information is already out there everywhere anyway. So
yeah, I just try to minimize it. Like, feels like it's a losing battle, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're saying here that this is very, very disappointing news. It does not reflect our commitment to protect customers or mirror the other investments action we've taken years to make security a top priority.
Which is hilarious because they came out with the RTSP firmware years back and then decided to stop doing it, which is why I stopped using them as security cameras. Other than, of course, the cloud crap too. I ended up just putting the old webcam firmware on them, and that's how I watch my my printers now. Because at the time, when I started getting a lot of these printers, it was back when webcams.
Hey Emerson, check your video quality setting. Make sure on 1080p.
Okay.
Bottom.
It was it was back when webcams were kind of rough to get a hold of.
Yep, I remember that.
And so they came out with that. They came out with that firmware so you could use them for webcams, and started doing that. And then then they stopped supporting the RTSP firmware.
RTMP, I think it is. Or no?
Yeah. I thought it was
RTMP. No, it's RTSP. I think you're right.
Okay.
So
I mean, whatever it is, to allow you to remotely basically implement them into Home Assistant, to put them into Blue Iris, so you can have local recording.
Yep. And I use Blue Iris as well. So Thomas Petrie says, sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong. He says they partnered with Memento, and they had breaking changes. So I googled. Oh, hit the wrong button. I googled Memento Wisecam, and this showed up in the results here. Wirecutter, the New York Times Wirecutter section. They're pulling. This is from literally yesterday. They're pulling the recommendations of Wise smart home devices. Yeah, this is actually pretty serious. Yeah, thousands of Wisecam device owners opened their ads on February 16, 2024, found they were receiving images from other customer security cameras, including some cases access to live and stored video. This incident has been preceded by another privacy breach 5 months before, when a small group of Wise customers were able to access live video from other devices' cameras through the Wise web portal. And before that, in March, a Bitdefender study revealed that Wise took nearly 3 years to fully address security vulnerabilities that affected 3 WiseCam models existing at the time. They said that they patched 2 of those 3 models. The company then discontinued its first generation camera. So they didn't even fix it. They just told customers, hey, screw you. Stop using it and buy another one of our crappy cheap cameras.
Buy the upgrade.
Yeah. So I have like 20 something security cameras on the property. I have a bunch in the outbuilding for the business. I have some in the house. I have a bunch outside. All of my cameras are on their own separate network with no internet access, and they record to a local server here. So even if they had a security flaw, even if they had some sort of breach or the company that makes them, it doesn't matter because they can't talk to the internet. They're not on the internet. They could have all the security holes and stuff. They could have malware around them for all I care. They can't do anything. And this is the problem with this cloud stuff is you're relying on another company to keep things secure. And at the end of the day, they want to get you a product at this cheap price so they can compete and undercut everybody. And they're only going to do something maybe when like they get caught, right?
Yeah. Well,
so
they want you to buy it because they want you to get on their payment plan because you can't access video clips. They won't do clips. They'll just send you a still image if there's like motion or sound detected. If you want a clip, it's like $15 a month per camera. $10.
So this is wild here. So look at the disclosure. So this is from that first vulnerability. They Bitdefender, they made a contact with them in March. They didn't get a response. They released an update that reduces the risk, but no contact. So basically, they've been notifying them. They fixed one issue with an update. They acknowledged it. They followed up. They said, hey, we're going to release this. And then it took many months before they actually updated the firmware to like actually fix the problem. Like this is over a year.
2 years. It's over 2 years.
Like this 2 years here from the time they discover it to when they publish the report. Like, yeah. So this is a whole white paper. I'll put this here in the chat if any nerds want to read through it. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I have been continually over and over proven right about how you guys shouldn't trust the cloud stuff from any company, even a US company, Chinese company. There are certain things that just shouldn't be on the cloud. I've said this before, like we're using a cloud service right now, but something like this makes sense to use the cloud service. Sorry, the dogs were making a lot of noise and wrestling. I don't know if they were coming through. But yeah, watch that video I posted. Old man yells at cloud. Yes, old man yells at cloud. Clouds are for rain, okay? Louis Rossman has a mug that says that. The clouds are for rain, okay? And guys, cloud, and put this in your head anytime you hear cloud. When you hear cloud, what you should really hear is somebody else's computer because that's all it is.
Hey, do we not all remember the fappening?
Yes. Yeah, again, more cloud stuff. Like, again, it's convenient, but you're trading convenience for your security. You're trading convenience for most of the time your privacy. And a lot of the times you're also trading it for your actual personal data. That's not something I'm a fan of. And I know I'm sadly probably part of the minority of who actually, like cares about this stuff. But you guys really should care because at a certain point, people are going to get burned hard enough where they're going to get screwed over and it's going to be too late. So my recommendation is stuff that you can feasibly take offline and put on under your own control. You should. Yes, there's going to be a little bit more work involved, but you'll be able to sleep at night. Like I see all these security breaches, especially with cameras, never bugs me because guess what? I run my own server to store my stuff on, and you don't even need an actual server for your security cameras. You can just have an old computer with some hard drives on it with Windows running Blue Iris. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be anything special, just a computer that's on all the time. Yeah, so if you have Wise cameras, I would definitely look at replacing them. If you do have ones that can run the, is it RTMP or RTSP?
RTSP, yeah.
I think it's RTSP. I'm going to Google this just to double check because it's like one of those things.
If you Google search Wise RTSP, and then it's the first, the poster of that from Wise reminds me of the new Home Assistant social media head expert, whatever they thing they gave them. Sorry, I want to misgender.
Yeah, no, I do like Home Assistant because it's local. I have 3 Home Assistant installations. One for my house, one for my shop, and then I have one just for managing printers because I was using HA Farm not HA Farm, Octo Farm. And that project's been up and down, whether it's being developed or not. And it was nice, but obviously we want things to keep getting updated. And I was like, wait, Home Assistant supports integration with Octoprint. It also supports integration with Clipper and a bunch of other stuff. So I was like, I should just set up Home Assistant in a VM, just run a bare bones installation, and just have it manage my printers. So that's what I did. And it's honestly been working out really great. Now, the thing is, I don't have a way to like manually upload all files through it, but in terms of just keeping tabs on the printers, it's fantastic. So like if I do this here, so let me see here, which Home Assistant is it? I have like 2 Home Assistant tabs open. So all right, so this is my Home Assistant installation here. Okay, this is for the printer. This is all this is for. It's all it is. So if I go here in settings, I go to integrations, you can see we just have basically Octoprint here. We have one MQTT entry. I do have an ESP home here because I do have the heat pump in that room. So we can control it based on if it's too cold, we can moderate the temperature automatically if we're running prints or not. And then you can see here Tasmoto devices. If anybody doubted if I use my own products, take a screenshot of this page right here. This is just for the print.
Take a tour of Tim's house. He will gladly show you all the cool things this house can do.
I have all sorts of I have our products on my pinball machines.
Yes, you do.
I do. Yeah. So the cool thing is I can pull up the camera. This is the live camera feed here of that printer. I can also click and hold here. I can turn the plug on and off. You see the picture, the camera image goes to color. And this is not set to update all the time. These update every couple of seconds just so it's not doing a ton of bandwidth. But if I want to see the actual live feed, I can go here. Now, if I click here, it'll open the Octoprint tab. So I'll go ahead and fill my my password in here, and it'll pull it right up. So I don't have to remember all the IP addresses of the printers, and I have different stacks here. So these are all our stacks of ABS. We have our rack 1, which has 3 ABS machines and 3 PLA machines. Rack 2 is going to be populated. I have my office here. I have the ones down here. So these are Christus 2 printers. So I have all of our printers in this one thing, and I can see what's going on here. So like here, you can see here, I pulled the printer up. It's on. I can go ahead and connect. There's obviously a print job on that, but once it connects, I'll be able to like move the printer around. Oh, sorry, I just switched tabs. So once it connects, I can move the printer around and do different things. So it's all remote. And then I can also from in here, since this is also integrated with the Tasmoto plug, I can shut the printer off. So it saves me power. There's one other thing I was going to mention. Oh, so, and the cool thing is with a Home Assistant, you can do automation. So these little things here, this one is something I was messing with. But this here is an automation. I do have a automation here that checks if the current state is paused for any machine. I then have a change note here that pulls the printer's name. So you see here, payload.newstate.attributes.friendly name. So that pulls the printer's name. It outputs that, and then I have I'm not going to show this whole thing because there's a webhook, then people can use that. But there's a payload here that then sends it to Teams in our print farm channel. and it'll tell us, hey, this printer's out of filament. Go ahead and change it so we can monitor it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Home Assistant is a very powerful platform, and the best thing is it's local. So even if my internet's down, all my stuff works. My alarm system for my house is run through Home Assistant. My alarm system for the shop is run through Home Assistant. I got multiple redundancies if, let's say, the internet goes down or a device is offline. Like, it all just works. I've got automated backups and stuff. So like the thing is too, like the biggest thing I'd say the downside of going local is you have to make sure, unless you want to reset everything up from scratch, that you have a good backup strategy in place for whatever you're running.
Are you on fiber, cable, or what are you on right now?
We're on cable. So we've got a 1300 down, 240 up cable line. So we are getting fiber soon, thank God.
On my cable, I'm like a gig down, 40 up, something like that. I notice your video, you're randomly pausing and occasionally you get kind of fuzzy.
Yeah, I think that's more the software using, because StreamYard did the same thing.
Okay.
I am running, for people that want to do like, object detection or like AI type stuff where you're trying to find out
spaghetti detection.
Yeah, so you can do self-hosted spaghetti detection type stuff for like the cameras and whatnot. I actually run Code Project AI, and that's a free thing that integrates with Blue Iris and a bunch of other stuff. And you can see here, so this is my AI dashboard for Code Project AI. This is actually running on my server here. You can see right now, this is stuff it's processing right now. And
how's that Coral working out for you? I see you.
It's working well. You can see here I'm running the Coral. This does have like it's not perfectly accurate, but it's accurate enough to detect people and like cars and stuff. It's analyzing the images. So anytime there's a motion event, it's going ahead and analyzing. You can see it's like it found like a train. Well, there's no trains here. But it does a good enough job to detect, hey, is there a car in this image? Like if somebody's pulling up to the house, is there a person in this image? That kind of stuff.
Homeless person pushing shopping cart.
What's up?
I said it.
Oh my God.
People pushing shopping carts or RVs, excuse me, their motorhomes.
3D experience. I want to fax when my printer is out of filament.
So you can see here, this is actually running on the Coral here. So you can, where it says somewhere here that detected it. Yeah, Coral Modern Multi TPU. Where does it say that it's using it? I could probably reduce the model. I could probably even speed it up by fine tuning the model to not look for certain things. But you can see here. Look at. Do you see?
Elephants.
Do you see how many processes this has taken? This has processed over 420,000 things in like the last 24 hours.
You guys remember a movie called Soylent Green with Charlton Heston?
I do not. I have heard of it. I can't remember watching it.
Really old. You ought to watch it.
So, but you can see here, this server here, this has an RTX 3050, and I have the patch drivers on here, so you can do multiple like encodes and decodes and all stuff, basically unlock it. I was using the graphics card to do this, except the Coral USB is so much more efficient for doing the AI processing.
That's what I was going to ask, because I'm still on the fence on if I'm going to switch to Coral.
I would try it out.
The speed difference.
It's just as fast. So my RTX 3050 would take anywhere from 60 to 80 milliseconds, and the Coral's on par with that. I will say though, the CUDA one, the GPU one, was a little more accurate, but the Coral is accurate enough for basic detection, like saying, hey, is there a person in this image? Is there a car? Because those are the two we mainly concern ourselves with for motion detection with cameras. Like for our use case, like is there a car? As in for outdoor cameras, if there's a car inside. We've got bigger things to worry about. And then, people, right? So.
Do you do any of the facial recognition stuff, or you just do basic?
Not any facial recognition. I just detect if it's a people, if it's a person, if it's a people, if it's a person. Yeah. So, and I'm just using the out of the box model. I could further train it by using a custom model. I mean, I have a ton of data. Like I could pull alerts and stuff from Blue Iris to train it. Be like, this is a person, or hey, this is a truck. Like this is a car. Or hey, this is what the USPS truck looks like when they come to pick up our pictures or packages. But
Right now, that's me. I'm the AI for detection.
we have AI. It's actual intelligence. It's called Tor. Yeah, all of our tech support is done by AI. It's actual intelligence. So, all right, now we went on that little segue. Tor, do you want to talk? I'm going to let you talk about this one since you have it. You want to talk about the
Panda Touch? So if you notice, this actually just reset. If you've noticed behind me, this has been turning on and off. There is a 5-volt rail issue with the Panda Touches.
I'm pulling it up right now. There you go.
Big Tree Tech having power issues with their devices. Say it ain't so. I don't believe
it. I know, right? I was like, I literally, when I heard about, I don't know if it was you that told me the first time, but I was like, really? Because historically, they've had a lot of boards with basic ass power circuit issues. Mm-hmm. Like making proper 5-volt rail.
The Mini E3 is
the E3. Well, all of them. The version 1, the 1.2, the 1.2, the 2.0. The 3 has been better, but come on, it took them 4 revisions. No, my 3 was okay.
I had 3 of them.
The version 3 or the older ones. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I got a Monday unit. You got the Friday units.
Yeah.
I did email them as soon as I saw this. And
Luke, if you're watching, fix it.
Within 20 hours or so, they did get back to me. And all they really asked for was a video of the issue and my updated address and phone number. And they're
it's good though that they're actually. It's good that they're actually fixing stuff instead of being like most Chinese companies, like, tough shit.
I am curious about what exactly I'm getting because it sounded like in their response that I was getting a new unit.
Well, what's the USB board? Are they expecting you to open up this unit and take it up? You want to take your unit apart?
It's just if it's just the board, it's just going to be. Let me pull this out.
Let's see.
It's just going to be that little board.
Is that it?
Oh. Yeah, 4 screws and you swap it out.
Okay, so that's easy. So that's not even a power regulation issue. That's a basic PCB design. So there's no chips on that board, is there?
I think they're on the other side.
Take it apart. Take it off. Come on, it's only 4 screws.
It is.
Come on, Tor.
It's like a little.
Get your TH3D toolkit and unscrew it.
I'll use my iFixit kit because that's what I had next to me.
Tor, you cheating whore. Yeah, so they're saying let's cover solution because that's what will be on most of your minds. The solution involves a replacement of the small USB PCB at the back of the Panda Touch. This should take about 60 seconds. It involves removing the screw, installing the new PCB, and screwing the 4 screws back in place. Anybody affected will have a new USB-C board sent to them. Now, my question is, here's the thing. What is the root cause? Some USB supplies are putting out a voltage that is marginally higher than we designed for. This is causing one of the internal regulators to shut down when operating in the DC 5-volt mode. This fix simply shaves off the additional voltage that is output by the supply so the input voltage is in design spec.
Here's the thing. Mine is outputting 5.06 volts. I tested
your printer itself.
No, the USB.
It sounds like they're talking about the power coming from your printer.
It's actually I'm using a phone charger.
And you're still having the issue.
There's just one little resistor on it.
That's it? They're saying specifically, come on, put your hand behind the thing. Get it, see if it'll focus. Man, I bought you that nice new camera, and Logitech still can't make a camera that fucking focuses. There, it's trying.
Yep, there it goes.
There's no flip it over.
Upside down.
Flip it over. There ain't shit on there. What are you talking about? This. Hang on. That's just that looks like a resistor.
Yeah, just a small resistor.
Hang on. They're saying here that are they changing the resistor? Because they're talking about some USB supplies are outputting voltages marginally higher than we designed for. It's causing one of the internal regulators to shut down when operating in DC 5-volt mode. This fix simply shaves off the additional voltage as output by the supply, so the input voltage is within the design spec. So how this reads to me is telling me that they're just going to change the resistor value, or they're going to add a regulator to the new revision of the board that could be a buck or boost converter to step it up or down.
I hope it's a regulator.
Yeah, maybe adding some additional regulation to that board. Here's the thing. If they used a proper quality regulator inside the Panda Touch, it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Like, this goes back to using really cheap parts. They're saying it may still take a few weeks to get it fully tested and ready for production. We'd like to run a beta program for interested users. How about you run a damn beta program before you sell shit to people?
Right.
Not run a beta program to test the fix. How about you run a fucking beta program before you sell a goddamn thing to your customers instead of using your customers as the fucking testers?
Mine's not going to ship out until the 8th, so they're still working on it. Is what I took that as.
Hang on. They said here let's see what's in the GitHub repo to see if they have schematics, because we can find out.
Actually, if you look in the comments, I'm in there for the new beta firmware program, but they haven't added me to their GitHub yet.
Let me see if what's on the Panda Touch.
David said there's a tear down image set for it on Big Q and on Facebook.
Okay, so this is just brackets. So there's no actual schematics or anything. I was hoping to see.
They very rarely do get schematics. And Allo Sync is absolutely correct, but it's not just with Big Tree Tech. It's pretty much with anything anymore. The consumer is the beta tester.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything. Anything you buy anymore is in beta.
Well, and I'm tired.
It's getting irritating as a consumer.
Well, here's the problem. The consumers are the problem. If you guys keep buying, and I'm just speaking general, not to anybody specific, but if you guys keep buying shit that's not done, and you keep buying shit from companies that pull this crap, they're going to keep doing it, and it is the consumer's fault.
Yeah, because they're still going to make money off it either way.
Like, we literally, like, our first version of our Easy Board, which we still have hundreds and hundreds of those boards out in the wild, still working to this day, that we sold like 6+ years ago. Well, before we sold a single board, we had it in testing for over 7 months with multiple people, different machines. And we did the same thing with our Easy Board V2. We have not had a single revision to our Easy Board V2 since we launched it 2 years ago. We haven't had any issues like this because we actually test our shit and use our shit before we sell it to a customer. Now, that means it costs more because it does. The longer we wait, the longer we're sitting on all this stuff that we spent thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, just prototypes for a single board can run anywhere from $500 to $600 because we have to make small prototypes, and they're really, really fucking expensive. It's not till we get to production that the costs go down. You know, like, we literally hand solder prototypes too. We did that for the V1s. We hand soldered prototypes because it was cheaper than getting them run through an actual assembler. The V2s, we actually ran them through the assembler, but it cost us a lot because it was, you know, a couple of boards instead of hundreds. Yeah. So, I mean, the only way this stuff is going to stop, where companies are going to actually start testing things thoroughly, is if the consumers stop buying shit from companies that do this. That's the only way it's going to stop, because that's the only thing, especially the Chinese companies understand, is their bottom line. If you guys don't do stuff that affects their bottom line, they're going to keep doing business as usual. That's just how they operate. That's what I've learned. If, you know, someone argue with me if they want, but my experience has been they only care when you're hurting the bottom line. Like, look at remember when Creality and all these companies were not releasing any source code? How do we get their attention? How do we get them to comply? By starting a boycott of their products. They listen.
I think it just reset again.
Yep.
Once that turns on, it will reset.
Hey, can you try running off a different power source?
I have run a few different USB ports.
And it does it on all.
Yep, it just did it.
So here's the thing I'm getting at. If it's doing it on all of them, then how true is what they're saying? Are they just sending this out to try to make it like, I'd be really curious to see what the new board looks like.
Oh yeah, I'll take some pictures and share them.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, David said, I wonder if it runs better on the internal USB on the printer. Did you try that, Tor?
I don't have it next to the printer anytime. I have it for keeping an eye on the printer next to me. So having it on the internal is going to be harder to do. I also can't mount it because I have an AMX.
Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, that's that. Anybody else have anything to add? Jerry, Emerson, Josh?
No, I'm no surprise.
It's kind of sad. It's like becoming a meme at this point. Like it's just disappointing. Like, come on, like
they can make really good products. They have,
and that's it. And they do.
But they choose
so
not to.
Well, no, they do have some great stuff. I mean, I will give them credit when credit is due. Yeah. Their high-end stuff is nice. I run their Manta 8.
I have their Octopus.
I had the Octopus before I switched to the 8. Their high-end boards are great. They are reliable. And I love those Manta boards, especially for my large formats, because everything's on one board. You have your, if you could ever get a hold of a damn CM4, but they have their CB1, which was a nightmare when it launched, and they took care of that. And it was actually Luke who really, I think that was like his first project that he really headed and got them focused.
He had control over it to make sure it was going the right direction.
Yeah, because the CB1 was an absolute shit show when it first came out. They released this great product, and then practically no OS. Nothing worked on it. And then the GPIO pins, there was no mapping for them, so no one knew how any. It was a disaster. Yeah, it was an absolute disaster. But Luke got involved, got that taken care of, and I love those Manta boards for my large formats because it makes everything nice and clean. Everything's all on one board. It makes wiring simple. So they do have some great stuff. I actually just installed the Chaotic Labs version 2 tap for my Voron, hoping that
you mean the Big Tree Tech Labs?
Well, yeah.
It's Big Tree Tech.
It is. It's Big Tree Tech. But
it'd be like me starting another company and being like, it's not TH3D.
Right.
It's TD3D.
But
it's now I'm a different person.
Exactly.
I am not Tim from TH3D. I am Tom from TD3D.
Well, that's why I mentioned that, because I know it's them. But
I knew it was them too, because people were like, when you buy stuff from them, it shows up as Big Tree Tech on the credit card statements. I'm like, come on, guys, do a better job. Do a better job.
They do. The short of it is they do make good stuff. It's just, but at the same time, what do you expect from a $25 control board? It's gonna go to shit. You're buying a $25 control board. So
I know, but it's still just like, here's the thing. Let me ask you this: if you go to Walmart and buy a $200 laptop, and it doesn't function as a laptop,
I would never do that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, you're saying the cost of it is the designator that permits it to be shit.
I'm saying for the longevity.
If I buy
a $25 control board and I get a year or so out of it, cool, got my money's worth.
Well, it's just creating waste.
I mean, like your board and it dies in a year, I'm gonna be like, Tim,
send me a replacement, and we will. Well, we're gonna send you a replacement.
But it's a different argument if you're saying, well, I'm not saying that it's okay if you buy the board and it just flat out doesn't work. I'm saying if you buy a $25 control board and you get 12 to 18 months out of it, you're doing good. If it dies after 12 to 18 months,
here's the thing.
You got your money.
3D Experiments makes a really good point. MKS boards are not much more money, and they're usually better. I can say I have never, like, knock on wood, swear on my life, I have never gotten a bad MKS board.
Also, think about it like this: how many
we sell MKS stuff? I've had zero. We sold their 8-bit boards, we sold their S-Gen LV2s, and we sell their Monster 8s. I have had zero defective MKS boards ever.
And think about how many companies use them as their OEM.
Their OEM, yeah.
Yeah,
I've had people break them.
Custom. Yeah,
I've had people break them and stuff, but I haven't had them die on me at random. I still have my original MKS Gen 1.4 board I used in my AM8 build with the dual extruders when I was running on there. It is still working. We use it as a board for testing screens in the shop.
What about God, what is this now? I can't even remember. What about FISEC?
Fuck FISEC. They're worse. Okay, so there is a company that worse than hang on, there you go, your camera's catching up. No, FISEC, they're just garbage. They're hot garbage.
I bought this from Fabrico. I don't even remember why I bought it.
He hates you, doesn't he? He must hate you.
That's the funny thing. I love that guy. I love his shop.
I'm just saying,
awesome.
I know, but he must not like you if he's selling you a FISEC board.
Well, not just me. I was thoroughly unimpressed with this. That's why it's sitting on my desk.
No, I have. They tried. So when the Chinese companies caught wind that we were making a 32-bit drop-in replacement board for Creality printers, Big Tree Tech rushed to market. Creality rushed to market by shoehorning Trinamic drivers onto an 8-bit board, and FISEC did the same thing, and they were all shit. Like, we were one of the first companies to actually talk about doing that. And I should have just shut the fuck up, not said we were doing it, just launched it when it was ready. Because when they caught wind of it and saw the interest, they dogpiled on it and they cranked out boards and rushed to market. Now, the good thing is they all sucked, which just drove more sales to our boards because people were getting boards that didn't work hardware-wise and software-wise. You know? Like, if they actually did a correct job, like just on their firmware level, we wouldn't be selling hundreds and hundreds of copies of firmware every single month for Big Tree Tech products. The Big Tree Tech products, after the Creality boards, are the #1 selling firmware version in our shop. Like, that should tell you something. So people are coming to a competitor to buy software to run the boards because the company that makes the boards doesn't care enough to give their customers working firmware.
No, they're the software side of things for them. Even with
it's horrible.
The high-end stuff it's rough. It's rough.
It is. Well, because all they do, like, China's really good at hardware and making physical things. When it comes to software, though, they're not great. That's why we have all these security breaches. They just don't know, and they probably don't care to spend the money to make it, because the reality is good security costs money because you have to hire people to know what the fuck they're doing. So, yeah. Anybody else have anything to add before we jump to our buddies over at Polymaker and the shit they're dealing with?
Well, I've been using my X1 Carbon for a little over a year now. I ran out of warranty sometime in February. I lost a magnet on my hot end, but it's not on the door side, top right corner by the extruder. Somehow I lost that magnet, so I've got it taped shut with Captain Tape. And then my hub on the back of it, the filament runs through. I'm having issues with the hub. Occasionally, when I was doing that Betty Boop big print for my wife, that's like 36 inches, I'd have to pump it to get it to work properly. I was having trouble with the hub. And I contacted them.
Spring that was crapping out?
What?
Was it the spring for the hub?
That's what I think, but I spun it around. The spring looks fine. Matt German said, well, maybe take it apart and see if we can stretch it. I'm not really sure why it's doing it. Occasionally, it would feel like it had tension on it. Then other times, I could easily pump it in and out. And I pumped it in, the spool would turn one way, pull it out, reaching around it, doing a reach around, it would turn another way. So I don't know. I contacted support like 2 weeks ago. They did not get back with me, and they always get back with me in 3 or 4 days. So I don't know why they haven't got back with me this time.
They're busy dealing with house fires because of the A1
I don't know.
Keep advertising for. I know you've beaten that subject to death, but nothing pisses me off more right now than when I'm dealing with the shitloads of commercials on YouTube, and the A1 keeps popping up. I'm like, isn't that thing burning houses down right now? Like, should probably stop.
They needed strain relief on it, and the wires were probably too light, but I don't think it actually burnt nothing down. But it could have.
I'm being facetious, but the point is that they have printers that have problems. It's not.
Yeah, you shouldn't be using your A1. If you have an A1, not the A1 Mini, the original A1, you should not be using it.
They have pushed firmware out that will pretty much lock your printer up.
you have to override it.
A thermal issue on the bed.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think I saw something the other day they sent out an email essentially saying, send it back or wait for the replacement. Stop using it, for the love of God.
Yeah, when we were talking about like the cheap products and crappy software, I agree with Peter here. AMD graphics, it's good hardware, but crap drivers. Yeah, that's the only reason I will pay the green tax and go with NVIDIA graphics cards is because I have been burned so many times by horrible, shitty drivers with AMD.
You both shut your whore mouths because I love my AMD.
Yeah, I know you like AMD, but I have been burned too many times by crappy drivers with their graphics cards. My server here that runs a Threadripper, that had its own stability issues with BIOS problems and driver issues up until like 3 months after I built it. And I almost returned everything and just built a Xeon system or even like a high-end i9 or i7 system.
I got a 1080 Ti in my computer back I built in 2017, back when
it's still a good card.
Yeah, still a good card.
Yeah.
When I turned 62 in 3 years, then I can upgrade, but I got to wait 3 years. Or no, 2 years and 2 months. Excuse me.
So the next thing, I don't know if any of you guys are aware of this. So Polymaker has this figurine Instagram where they've been doing like prints with different Pokemon and stuff. So they have like
original 151.
Yeah, so they're printing 100. Yeah, they're printing the 151 Pokemon. They're getting all the colors here. They're printing it on their bamboo. Cool. Really cool.
Those look freaking amazing.
Yeah, really cool. So you can see like they got the little corner here.
It takes so damn long. You know, Betty Boop's head that I did on the bamboo turned diagonally took 3.5 days just to print the head because they had to do so many color changes. Yeah,
no, the color's not fast. I was thinking though, because I'm going to be setting up the HO scale trains my dad gave me. I'm probably going to use the bamboo to print some buildings and stuff in color, so I don't have to paint them for when I do a layout. But yeah, so Polymaker's doing this. Like they're printing all these, they're making all this content. Like this is taking a lot of work. They have all the time into the print. They have the video creation. They're paying somebody to make this content, right? So like this is a lot of work. Like we do marketing efforts. It takes a lot of work to get all these prints and produce it, make it look nice, edit the clips. Yeah. It's a non-zero amount of effort. Okay. So what's happening is this asshole here, and if you guys can go ahead and report it, this 3D resin figures here, go ahead and report this account. It's still up. Instagram hasn't done anything. You can see here clearly. So here's the video we just watched, the one that I actually showed. They're literally stealing the content from Polymaker. You can see the Polymaker right in the back there. And look, it even says it has the watermark here. So they're literally stealing all of Polymaker's content here as their own. So, and go ahead, don't be stay within the guidelines of Instagram and whatnot, but I can't tell you to go and harass these people. So
just go report.
Don't do that, but report them.
Have you checked with Nick with Polymaker and this is bogus?
Yeah, no, it is. So okay, hang on. Here we go. So share this tab here. Our Polymaker figurines content has been stolen.
Okay.
Hundreds of hours, hundreds of times, but this answer is an interesting point of view how copyright. We asked this account to delete our content. This is the answer. I'm sorry, but it's forbidden to delete the content. I download and post it. So no, I will post what you do. There's nothing shameful about it. You're a fucking loser. This guy. Wow. This guy's a fucking loser. I didn't steal. I just downloaded what I found on the internet. So guys, apparently copyright means I can just download what I found on the internet. So if I found something on the internet, I can just, apparently according to this guy's dumbass logic, I can go ahead and just steal people's content here. So
maybe he should go work for Etsy so people can stop getting copyright strikes.
I'm going to actually report it for pretending to be somebody else. You guys should do that too. So,
well, it's no different than here. What the hell was the name of that English?
So here, go here, hit report. Yeah. So here, go ahead, hit report.
It's forbidden. It's forbidden to delete the content.
So you know they're Chinese.
No, it's probably somewhere like I don't really see that behavior. It's usually like the comment farms and content farms. It's usually like
it's Russia
or India.
Guys,
I was gonna say it's usually Russia or India, like those areas.
I think there's a lot of YouTube channels who do that. They make content off of other people's content and they just read.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and hit report account. This is pretending to be Polymaker. It says right there in the description.
Okay.
Look under
celebrity.
That's where it is.
Here, let me see. Someone I follow.
The name doesn't even make sense. It's not resin figures though. These are all
exactly.
So I'm going to hear report that's Polymaker figurines. We're going to block them because they're assholes, and we're going to hit dismiss. So there we go.
They've got 9 followers though, so it's like,
Yeah, but still, they have to enforce it. I'd be doing the same thing. Like, yeah, someone said lawyer up, make him too poor to get on the internet ever again. I think living in Russia is probably enough of a punishment.
Copyright is the right to copy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, copyright equals the right to copy. Yeah, so, yeah, sorry you guys are dealing with this, Polymaker. Yeah, so everybody go ahead and report that account. That'd be great. Now, the last big thing before we go ahead and get into the Q&A. So I'm going to put the Q&A. So if you guys want to ask questions, above Emerson's head is a Q&A. And we are all of us here. Yeah, you guys are suckered into asking questions. Or answering questions, I should say. You guys are all going to do tech support for people today. For free.
Ask your Clipper questions.
I'm technically still on the clock.
If anybody has any Clipper questions, Emerson is going to take all of the Clipper questions.
Go to TH3D.com, and if you go to place an order, you can click the little help me, and Tor will be right there chatting with you right now live.
Yeah, we'll give. You know what? Here, I'm going to put. What's your phone number here, Emerson?
I help.
This is
orders to.
Hang on, let me see. You did.
I will drive to Indiana and burn your house down. But I'll throw an A1 in the ashes so they won't.
You want to hear something funny? Since he's in chat, Matt German is in chat. He's kind of my co-host every Saturday when I do my Maker Hangout. Matt, if everybody knows Matt, he always wins like everything on the internet. If there's a giveaway anywhere, Matt quite often wins the giveaways wherever he's at. Not every time, but quite often. Well, probably 6 or 8 months ago. Probably 6 or 8 months ago, he won a Comgro T500, 500 by 500 by 500 printer. Well, the Real Sam Prentice done a live stream the other day on Corality, an unboxing of their new printer they came out with, which doesn't have a top Z bar on it. Did you see that?
Do you see what year my phone is?
Yes, I see exactly what it says. You print.
I'll do on our phone system. I'll have an option that says, if you need Clipper tech support, please press 2. And then it just forwards it to your cell phone. Just add it as a contact to our team system. And that'll be it'll just route you. You'll be like, God damn it, get all these fucking calls.
I'll bill you like a lawyer, even if it's a 5-minute call. Nope, every 15 minutes, bro.
I was just saying.
What was that?
Matt German, did you hear anything that I just said? Matt
Wait,
German,
what?
You knew Matt German is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's my co-host. He's on every week.
Oh, yeah, you can send him a link. Go ahead.
He's my co-host. He's on almost every week. Well, for the last couple of years, whenever there's a giveaway anywhere in the Maker community, Matt German
wants to jump in. What happened, Blessa? Just close it all out and rejoin. Just close it out. Re-click the link. Just close everything out and rejoin.
Tech support team.
He said, send me the link, please. Jerry, do you got him? I don't know if I have him on Facebook or anything.
Does he want to be on the stream, Jerry?
Oh, I think that's what he said. I was talking about something unrelated to that.
Oh, okay.
But nobody.
Sorry, there was a lot happening. Oh, check Teams. Is that what you said, Tor?
I didn't say that. What?
You had said something, Jerry. You had said something about a 5x5 or a 500 by 500 by 500 printer.
Oh, well, I heard that. Trying to say, and I think chat was listening, but nobody here.
Sorry.
Whenever there's a giveaway, Matt German seems to always win the giveaways all the time.
I did notice that.
Like 500 by 500 by 500. Well, the Real Sam Prentice though that they had a giveaway going on for the 300 they just came out with, and Matt German wasn't in chat. And one person said, "We got to say giveaway 3 times, and he'll appear." Why messaging privately? And I said, "Hey, Matt, there's a giveaway. You're not here. Sam Prentice is live right now." Well, then he showed up later. Sam had the big wheel with over 300 people in it, and Matt won the printer.
So what you're saying is
he won it again.
So we should change our names to Matt German for all the streams to win.
There's something about his name and his logo and everything that goes with it that makes him really lucky on the internet, and he wins.
We should try this. Do we want to do a giveaway and see if he wins our giveaway today?
It's crazy.
Should we see? Let me pull up my.
He's in the UK. It's up to you. I can send him a link. Let me grab the link. Oh, you just put it on there, didn't you? Okay, let me see.
I was playing with a T500 today. I put part of it together for Tim.
Oh, I just confused myself because I opened a second Talk Studio window.
And I was like, what printer was that? 500 by 500?
The T500.
That thing is solid. Like
it is. I got some work to do on it. The ABL, the stock ABL sensor is screwed up on it, but it's the same 12 millimeter basic inductive probe that hang on. Oh, look, he saved that. He saved that for later. Wait, right. Pull it back up. Your video was so I think Streamlabs reduces people's bandwidth when they're small. So yeah, it's huge. It's giant. So Matt Farmer, aka Kumamods, gave that to me. But I'm probably gonna end up putting our Easy ABL in there, but I want to get it back to a stock configuration because I want to use it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the probe I took off of the SV06 because I don't actually have any 5-volt 12 millimeter inductive probes. I don't feel like ordering one, but I can repurpose. It's the same type of probe that the SV06 and SV06 Plus use, so I'm just going to use that. But yeah, no, it looks cool. I'm very interested in it. Jerry, did you send Matt the? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Boom.
Hey.
Hey everyone.
The giveaway king. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all right.
And your guys said, Matt, in the bottom of the Streamlabs window, there's a echo cancellation. Make sure that's on. And if you have NVIDIA broadcast or whatever AMD's equivalent is, run your microphone through that to get rid of background noise because I'm hearing some background noise. Who here is running NVIDIA broadcast? I think I am.
Yeah,
Torres.
cancellation is on.
Okay. I think Blasto's, the computer he's using, has that. Jerry, do you have NVIDIA broadcast on your computer?
I don't think so.
You should play with it. It's awesome. But anyways,
what's the one for the older cards?
RTX. So fun fact. Oh yeah, because Jerry, you can't use NVIDIA broadcast with your 10 series. But if you download the old version called RTX Voice, it works on the 10 series cards and older.
Mm-hmm. I have AMD noise suppression.
Oh, is that why you sound weird?
I got an Elgato mic with a wave software and blah, blah, blah.
What was that? What was that, Jerry?
I have an Elgato mic that came with something kind of wave software that was its selling point when I bought it, but I don't have it configured all properly.
Yeah, no, yours sounds good. Matt's had a little bit of background noise, but it's fine now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have like 3 printers running and
yeah, they're loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm running them on full speed almost, and
it's all charity
projects. What I'm doing.
Do you have a NVIDIA GPU in your computer?
No, I don't think so. Let me see.
Okay. But yeah, if you guys have a NVIDIA GTX GPUs, I don't know why they call it RTX Voice, but it does work. So I just posted a link. So if you guys weren't aware of that, NVIDIA Broadcast works on the 2000 series and up, and then RTX Voice works on the lower ones. I actually keep it in the shared file of our server.
Is it better now?
Yes. Yes,
yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Microphone.
We do after the stream. I do want to talk. If you guys got a minute after stream, we are at 1 hour and 13. We'll probably go for another 15, or probably about another 20 to 30 minutes. I want to cap it at 2 hours tops. But I would like to figure out a way, best way to like broadcast you guys and send you guys the latest StreamYard links. Like maybe I do like a little email list inside our thing. Just have like a separate segment that we put people on, or I can just make a list or something. Figure out basically a way to easily send out the links to everybody every week.
If you're not busy, tomorrow 12 p.m. Pacific, I go live with makers and content creators from around the world on the Jerry Show. That's
do you want to bug Jerry, Blasto? Should we bug Jerry again tomorrow? Yeah.
If you got time, you're welcome to join. Come for
we should. I don't think we have anything planned. We're just hanging out.
You're welcome to come and plug yourself, promote yourself. That's what we're all about.
I'm planning to do a weigh-in tomorrow.
We'll talk to you through the screen, even though we're 5 feet from each other. Sorry. Anyways, I was logging into the cloud bot because Matt's here. We're gonna see if Matt wins. We're gonna do it. We'll do a giveaway for like a gift card. We'll do something simple. Because I'm not gonna give away filament because if he wins, I don't ship filament internationally for giveaways. It's
don't
too
worry.
damn
If I
expensive.
win, you reroll.
You'll reroll. We'll just do it as a test. But now the giveaway gods know that we're just doing it for testing. Okay, the last thing for news, which is really damn bad.
Hey,
this is like this is just the theme of this week is cloud shit, the internet of shit, as I like to call it. And we have more internet of shit. Anycubics printers got hacked. Luckily, the person that did it didn't do anything malicious. So people were getting these hacked machine G-code README files on their printers. And when they went ahead and opened it, it says here, your machine has a critical vulnerability, posing a significant threat to your security. Immediate action is strongly advised to prevent potential exploitation. Feel free to disconnect your printer from the internet if you don't want to get hacked by a bad actor. This is just a harmless message. You have not been harmed anyway. And there's a worm. They put a worm on everybody's printer. There's a worm. Bruh, y'all think this is fake. Too funny. You should blame Anycubic for their MQTT server, which allows any valid credential to connect and control your printer via the MQTT API. So I use MQTT for Home Assistant, and that's local. Knowing this, you could use if you have valid credentials to connect to the MQTT server, you could use something like the Explorer to go ahead and query and see all the machines on that server. Okay, this is really bad. He said, well, what could be done? Well, I could arm your whole printer, but I don't feel like wasting your printer filaments you have spent real money on. It's also possible to start up script on the printer, but I have not done so. Let's just hope Anycubic fixes their MQTT server. Also, please, Anycubic, make the printer open source. Everyone would benefit from that. I agree. That's the reason you haven't seen an Anycubic printer on this channel in a long time.
I'm an Anycubic ambassador. This is the company didn't say nothing to me yet. All I can say
really, this has been out for a couple days now.
Yeah, I know that Anycubic didn't say nothing to me yet, and I spoke yesterday to a person, but she didn't say nothing to me. And all I can say is the problem most likely will get fixed soon because that's a big security issue.
It's a huge security issue.
Yeah,
this is a huge security issue. And I was telling Blasto, I was like, man, if I was a malicious hacker, I could have just set everybody's hot ends crashing into the bed just over and over again, just jamming, just jamming the shit.
Worse, you could possibly burn someone's house down.
Yeah, let's just disable the thermal runaway protection, and we're just going to tell the hot end go to 1,000 degrees Celsius. Fuck it, right?
Well, what's wild about this too is it says, according to the same text file, almost 3 million devices downloaded this warning message.
Yeah, so it says
3 million devices. That is insane.
When I'm not using
I think the best choice to do is
I'm not using them. No reason to leave them turned on if you're not using them.
So here, 2,934,635 machines tried to pull that message down. That's way more printers than I thought they would have out in the wild. That is insane.
What I agree with you about one thing, why not have them run on a private network? But you can't. You have to have them online because otherwise you can't.
Do you have your bamboos? I see you have bamboos. Do you have those in LAN mode?
No.
Good man. No?
No.
Oh.
That's why
I don't print anything important.
It doesn't matter. It's the principle. It's the principle of the matter in maintaining your privacy. Here's the thing. Those devices and any other Cloud Connect devices can be a pathway into your private network. If there's a security flaw. They're full Linux computers. If I had access to your Bamboo printer remotely and I have terminal access, I can now make that printer, which is just a computer. It's a computer. I can do whatever the hell I want. I can sniff your whole network. I can start attacking devices on your internal network as if I was plugged in with my laptop at your location screwing with your shit on your network.
Like you're remotely logged into my computer fixing it, but you're just looking around and doing whatever.
Yeah, and you would have no idea because I'm going to be on these type of devices. They have Linux shells. You'll have no fucking clue I'm in there.
Unless you have a package sniff, not a package sniffer, what's it called?
Which
IP detector. Because most of my laptop have an IP detector, so anything what comes through the internet, I can detect. And if it does not have the matching IP number, it doesn't.
It won't have another IP. It will have your printer's IP. All the traffic will be coming from your printer's IP.
Yeah,
you will have no idea that I'm another. Hell, I could install an open VPN server to call out to one of my servers to give me a VPN tunnel back to your damn network through your Linux computer.
Yeah, but still, the connection from his computer to my Bamboo is still an IP address.
Correct. So I have our
this
Bamboo.
One you seek out and destroy.
So, but most people don't have the network equipment to detect that. Most people don't have the network equipment to restrict that. I can say, as far as I can tell from using the printer and doing my own analysis,
our router can do this. Our router can detect what's on our network.
Some routers can, but a lot of basic home routers cannot.
He didn't say router; he said a router. He's got something different.
A roto router, aluminium.
Anyway, I think the problem is when you take the online version to transfer files, it goes way quicker like this. And if I use the landline, it is like snail pace, and I'm like,
which I don't understand. So here's the thing: I run my Bamboo. It's on the Wi-Fi. However, it is blocked at my firewall. It is in LAN only mode, and it's blocked at my firewall level. It cannot get out to the internet. As far as I can tell, Bamboo is telling the truth when they're saying their device is in LAN only mode. It's not reporting back to their cloud. The only thing I've seen it doing, and it's been hooked up for over a month now, Tor? How long have we been running? I've got probably about 350 hours on my printer. It's been running a lot. But my unified router that everything goes through logs all the traffic from individual devices, and I can't see anything other than NTP protocol lookups, which is time, it trying to get out to the internet, and my router's blocking it. But the thing is, most people don't have equipment that is capable of analyzing it. Most people don't have equipment that's capable of even blocking a single device from the internet. And that's the problem. And most people, even if they had the ability in the router, they probably wouldn't know how the fuck to do it, to be completely honest, right? Like, you got to know, like, I have over 10 years of background experience in the IT field. That's the only reason I know about this stuff. Like, I do all the IT for my own company, which is great because I don't have to pay an outside IT place to do all my stuff. But it makes me way more conscious about what I'm putting on my network.
We can even select on the new routers now, we can select the IP number, let's say, from your child, like your kid.
Yeah, and do like parent filtering or something.
Then you can give him actually how much he can access and how long he can access things for. So you say 8 o'clock, internet will go off for this IP address, and bang, the kid can't access any more internet. So
So my whole thing is, like, we were talking about this before you came in, is like when you're dealing with cloud stuff, whether it's from a Chinese company, an American company, any company, you are compromising or trading off, and you're compromising security in the exchange of convenience. That's really what it is. You're trading your convenience for privacy. That's the other thing too. So film on a fire, will LAN only mode work across different subnets? It will not. That's the other thing that sucks. So I have to put my Bamboo on the same network as my laptop. I can't even discover it. So like this, I'm in my other office.
You just need to put if you want to put your router on 100% private network. My experience is you have to use a router. What you have a spare router, you set that one up, and that one generates then the IP address for everything on the private network.
Well, I mean, then you're doubling it.
90% of people aren't going to do that. 95%
No,
of people
I mean, like I run Unify equipment, and it's enterprise level. It's enterprise level equipment, not saying it's the best, but it works really well. But the whole thing is, we are seeing now it's like every month there's multiple, just in the space of stuff that are scope is, of like devices and things we use in the maker community, there's vulnerabilities coming out almost every other week and at a minimum every single month. Like, this is not going to get better. These Chinese companies are not putting more money into security because they don't see security as something that is needed. To them, it's just an added expense, and it's an expense that we can say, hey, we don't. Why? They're not going to do it unless
that we have open software.
Yes,
we may have some other people who we can trust.
Yeah, to fix it.
Yeah,
or
not
if we really want to go
writing,
tin hat. It's their
but
government
maybe
telling them to do that.
Maybe make it similar to a regular computer and run regular antivirus software on it, and firewall software on it, on a printer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I think we're going to get to that level.
Well, you can do that because these are all Linux machines. You can use IP tables to do all stuff. You can do local DNS overrides at the host name through the host file. There's a ton of stuff you can do locally on the machine. Like there's scripts for the Creality K1 that basically put redirects to any of the domain names that Creality looks up and puts it to the loopback address. So basically, they just time out and they never get anywhere.
You know anything about DaVinci Resolve?
No, but let me finish this up here. So you can see here, and I agree with this. The guy's saying make the printer open source. Everyone would benefit from that. They would, and it would increase sales. It probably would, because why would I go and buy an Anycubic machine when there's many machines from Creality, from Soval, and all these other vendors that are actually open source? Not as much open source as I'd like, but more open source than Anycubic stuff. It's you can basically call me a printer god right now. Matt Farmer is not going to appreciate that. He's the resin.
I think the fourth was fourth.
He's a resin hoarder, is what Matt Farmer is. Resin hoarder.
Oh God, yeah, I saw his picture.
Yeah. But yeah, he said, but please, and I agree, disconnect your printer from the internet until Anycubic patches issue. So that's the takeaway from this. If you have an Anycubic printer connected to the internet, you should take it offline immediately until they fix this problem. Again, I hate cloud shit. Clouds are for rain, okay? And the cloud just means somebody else's computer. And in this case, Anycubic's very unsecure computer. That's crazy. That's really crazy how this is happening still, and these companies are not working. Here, the Anycubic app stopped working hours after the user reports of 3D printers displaying hacked messages began servicing. Users trying to log in are seeing network unavailable error messages as TechCrunch reported. So let me see what TechCrunch says. I actually didn't see this one here.
So they are, at least it looks like they are working on something. As they
did they kill? Well, here's what I don't get. If I was one of these companies, I would be posting something saying that we're working on it, because saying nothing is worse than saying something.
Bamboo at least hey, we fucked up.
I hope they allow this. I hope they use this to allow local network printing. So can you not use local network with the Anycubics? I don't own any of them. Does anybody here own any of the newer Anycubics?
I have resin printers only.
Okay. So and can you print locally on them over the network, or do you have to use their cloud?
Mine is an older version.
So okay. Probably USB only.
Photon Mono X printer. Not put everything on a USB stick. I don't want to. There's no reason to plug it in.
Yeah. So they do have this looks like one of their accounts. They did say here, please send this information, the Anycubic ACK name, CN code, your device log, and send the hack G code file. So they are collecting information on it. The other thing I wanted to show here was they did have a form here. I found this on another post here. So this guy posted this just appeared. Had a nice simple print start on. The picture disappeared 2 minutes into the print, showed a blank screen, and then the text changed from a cylinder to a file name like this. There's no one on my network that has to do with Anycubic account. I've already posted this in my Anycubic Cobra 2 Max form, but I figured I should post it here after I saw I'm not the only one getting this. And then if you scroll down here, they say here, can you PM your email and send the information? So if we click here and go to the form, they do have a Google form where they're collecting information, your email, your name, your date and time incident, what happened. So they're trying to figure out what's going on. You know, but the thing is, this is the problem with cloud stuff, and I will rail against this till the day I die. I'm gonna be like in my 70s telling kids like, stop in the cloud, get off my lawn.
Yelling at the cloud.
Yelling at the cloud. Old man yells at cloud. So, and then there's also here, because their printers some of them do run Clipper. And this guy said he's been trying to communicate with, this was 4 days ago. The spider over the past 2 months, over 2 months, they have been, this guy has been trying, apparently, allegedly, based on this forum post, they have been trying to contact Anycubic to let them know this problem for 2 fucking months.
Just make a public post on Facebook and that'll get their attention.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Shut the door.
Do a video about it.
I can't drink my pop. It screws it all up.
Do you see Josh is getting mauled by the dogs. What did you do?
He wiped peanut butter in his beard on both sides.
You made the mistake of being their friend. I love you, Josh. My name's Comet, and I love you. So yeah, this is again. Look, it's just like Wise. So somebody's been trying to tell them for 2 months that there's been a fucking problem that's a security risk, and they just don't respond at all.
Oh,
like Josh has the ball.
They're working on
it's
it
like
now.
it's like you said before. They got their money.
They just
their bottom
deposited
line.
in the
That's
desk
all they
here.
care about.
So.
Yeah. So.
I don't let my dogs lick me. They go outside and eat cat poop, so they can't lick me.
He's probably referring to the hack G code, which assumes that this was done by you. So I'm wondering how funny it would be if it was this random guy. His name is on here, Dump.
Dump.
His name's Dump. Top replies. 13 posts created.
Like if you won't listen to me, you'll listen to everybody.
Yeah, right? I mean, yeah, that's kind of funny. Like, but here's the other thing. They're using this bastardized version, this bastardized version of Clipper instead of just using regular Clipper. Like, that's the other problem I have too. Here, my sympathy is with anyone who intentionally or unintentionally puts their printer on the internet deserves a botnet member of the month award. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too. These devices can get compromised and they can use your printer to carry out malicious attacks on other sites. And guess what? If you get caught, they're going to track it back to you and your ISP. So there's a ton of stuff.
Good on the person though for not being a dick about it and actually, hacking for a good purpose,
Yeah. So Alex, if you run Octoprint and you don't have any third-party plugins that put it on the internet, you're fine. Now, I typically recommend if you want to have an easy way into your Octoprint setup or Clipper setup or Creality K1, Octo Everywhere is a solution I recommend. Krista uses it on her printers. I would use it on mine, but I have way too many printers and the free plan only supports a couple of machines. And I really don't need it because I have direct access to all my printers and I don't mind going through my web interface. But for Krista, she has 2 printers and it makes it easier for her to access. So if you guys want a easy solution for your Clipper or your Octoprint system, check out Octo Everywhere. They are a US based company. You use them.
I pay the $16.99 a month. I support them because it's an awesome software suite.
And if there's an issue, I guarantee you, can't remember. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? Is it Quinn?
Age. It'll get worse.
Welcome to the old.
God damn it, Jerry. I just realized age, it'll get worse. I was just like, wait, what? Oh.
Yeah. Can I show you guys something what I'm working on?
Yeah, I can definitely recommend it. Check it out. And I guarantee, like I said, now even with his stuff, this is still cloud stuff. There is still a potential risk of somebody compromising this system and getting in. However, this is also a US-based company, and they're smaller, and they'll probably actually give a shit and do the proper thing if there is a problem. because I've talked to him. He's very transparent. He's a very good dude. I don't have any money changing hands. I'm not like these other YouTubers. Like, I'm going to tell you this is awesome, but I'm not going to tell you that somebody slid me like $2,000 under the table to recommend this product. But it's an awesome product, guys.
I have no idea who you would.
Another option too. I use I forget what it is, but there's a plugin for Discord that you can use on Octoprint, and it actually will send you messages, and you can actually like use the Discord chat as kind of like a terminal.
Oh, so you have like your own like private Discord server you integrate with that.
Yeah.
That works too. But again, Discord, if someone compromises your Discord account.
Yeah, every day people use my last name and don't even know it.
So
everybody's taking a nap all the time. That's my last name, so. Spelled
you got something, but I'm working on.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give away something to Matt. Matt German. We're gonna do a giveaway. So
Matt German's been trying to get our attention. He wants to show something.
Here's an experiment I was doing, but I don't have it done right.
Hang on, I'm pulling you up. Give it a sec. It's gonna pull your giveaway up.
It didn't come out correctly.
There it goes.
Fiber laser, my mom and dad back from like 1942.
Oh, that's cool.
On a metal business.
Yeah.
Card. I don't have it right, but I'm working on it.
That'll be neat.
I took a picture off the wall. I scanned it on my scanner and poured it in my computer, and then sized it down. But it looks like them, but it's not. This isn't a very good quality, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, I've been working on my charity project.
Here's a PMAG. I got that from Patrick. Not the PMAG, but the logo, the design.
Oh, that's nice.
Got a Halcyon 60-watt MOFA JPT fiber laser.
You engrave the camel on there?
Yeah. Patrick does this whole thing. Yeah, came out real good.
With what?
I bought these on sale here in Vegas. Huh? Fiber laser does it. Any kind of design you can think of, Patrick does these all day long.
That's crazy. So he's burning. Yeah, I was gonna say different power levels. He's getting the camel. That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean they're PMAGs. They're polymer. They're a plastic.
Yeah, I have PMAGs.
Burns them perfectly fine. I've got 3 of these. I don't have an AK to put them in, or an AR to put them in, but experimenting. And then if I ever want to do more experimenting, I can cut them in half and burn on the inside for testing.
That's cool. Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, so
Jerry, why not clean them with a laser and then repaint them and then laser them again?
I don't know how that would work. I don't think that would work.
Yeah, I feel like that would probably not work well. Well, I'm gonna put Mr. Josh here on the spot, and Josh, you get to pick.
I hope I do.
You get to pick the amount.
Shades and colors on fiber.
Josh gets to pick the amount for the gift card we're giving away. So what's it going to be?
We'll do.
What's the magic word to enter? That's a question.
$50. Oh, I just love giving away.
I don't care.
I'd say $225. That'd be more reasonable.
Goldstein's butt just puckered right up.
Hang on, Cloudbot. All right, fine. So we're gonna go ahead. Let me do giveaways here. I think I have to hit complete here. Just watch it post a thing saying, okay, delete. I add a giveaway. Yeah. I'm getting some glare off there. Can you like put a hat on or something? Hang on here. Should I shine up? I got some window cleaner here. You want to just polish it up? I got some carnauba wax in the other room that I use on the pinball machines. You want me to wax it up for you?
I only use TH3D bed cement on my noggin. None of this is real. This is just held on by bed cement. You thought this was real?
Oh.
I'm doing some work.
Oh my God.
For some charities, the Red Poppy Appeal or Royal British Legion for the veterans. So I print out I print out these key rings. Run them on the wrong screen too.
Oh, the poppies?
Yeah.
Is it the poppies? Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, that's a poppy. Okay.
Yeah, give it a sec. I think it has Matt, check on the bottom of the stream. If you click under, there's like the stop video button. If you click the little arrow to the right of that, it should give you the resolution option, and you want to select 1080p 30 FPS.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah. Okay, it should be now.
There we go. Yeah, it's better. Oh yeah, that's cool. Jerry, what do you got going on there too? Is that printed, Jerry?
That's a brass coin. I laser engraved a Predator logo.
Oh,
but I burned all the
I
way.
like that one, Matt. That's my favorite one. I like that.
That is cool.
Yeah, I designed
this. Really good. And those are all done on the bamboo with AMSs.
Come on,
yeah, and I make some fridge magnets too. So that's a key ring and that's a fridge magnet.
Just cut off a cheap bed magnet.
Yeah. I have those on the reel, the magnets. I just pull a little bit off and cut a little bit off, and then they have like stickers on them, and then I stick it on the back of it.
Oh, that's easy.
You want to see a big Betty boot that I did? I can go grab it out of the living room.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Josh, did Chris ask you if you want any ice cream from DQ? She just messaged me. I thought I hit start giveaway.
You did.
I see start raffle and people entering.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me enter.
Okay, there we go.
Enter. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you have to enter.
Yeah, we gotta get mad at it.
It's like whoa, slow down. I gotta enter.
It would be fun if I don't enter and I'm
you still win.
Still win, yeah. Then you know definitely something is wrong.
We got 4 minutes, and then we're gonna go into the Q&A. I think we have enough people where I don't have to.
Huge, Jerry.
That's what she.
No, she's never said that. Not to me, at least.
Wow.
No, her head took 3.5 days in the bamboo.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And I used gyroid infill. I should have never done that because, well, anyway, it took way too much filament. So anyway.
Oh yeah, I saw you had to order more for it.
Yeah, Polymaker sponsored all the filament, so I figured one roll would be enough for the body, one roll for each color. But I had to get a second black and 2 more cream color. And then the eyes I had to draw in with a magic mark with a paint pen, and her lips I had to do red by hand. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. Well, the other problem with gyroid too is it makes your printer shake like an epileptic.
It does.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
We were in the print farm, and Josh heard you hadn't seen a bamboo until you saw ours, right? So we're sitting there, and it's like going through. It's doing the startup where it goes, and I don't know if NVIDIA broadcast killed that sound effect.
It did.
But he looked over and he was like, I was like, yeah, this is just normal.
It's fine. That's what it does.
It's just doing its thing. Like it's just doing the thing. It's okay. It's not.
I've been printing since like 2016, 2017. I usually do 6 top layers, 4 perimeter, 4 bottom with 5%.
Jesus, that's a lot.
5%. That's like that helmet I gave you. The same thing with 5% infill and rectangular infill, which is very sparse. It doesn't take up that much room. But on this one, I figured, okay, let's try what I say, gyroid. Yeah, gyroid at 10%. It was just ridiculous. Then I cut it down to 5%. I was already committed, so I went ahead and done the video on it, but it took a ton of filament. And if I could have done it all over again, I would have done lightning infill, which would have made it hollow.
So. Matt, people are saying Matt's double dipping. No, you guys can type raffles as many times as you want. You're only getting 1 entry. I'm smart. I figured out how to configure the raffle. Okay, we got 1 minute 40 seconds. So let's answer a question. We'll pick the winners. So
Matt has trouble sitting down quite often. He's got a horseshoe he keeps sitting on.
Mike 8160 said, he's just sent the thing of the Tom Solander video about this. I bought the cheapest printer. Did you guys see this?
I guess not really. Yeah.
I guess it's not really like a question, but yeah, I'll show it because it's kind of funny.
It's the $70 plastic.
Yeah, the $70 printer, like
a printer host on a PC. I do want to know what's in here because this looks sort of like a standard mainboard, but that even looks like it has a wire.
Let's see
here, depending on how.
So
I think it's an MKS board as well.
I was gonna say it looks like an MKS. It looks like an MKS. So yeah, that's the funny thing. So here's the thing is Oh my god, look at the crappy processor. That is cost cut to all fucking hell. Armory, it looks like there's F403, so it's probably a knockoff processor.
A bit of a more powerful power supply.
Let's see here. He's like looking at it. It almost looks like it's something T32 F403, so it's probably a knockoff. AT. So Artery, ARTERY, so AT32 F403 ARC17. So it's another knockoff of an STM. Like, hang on, what is he?
They're making it to your
I want to see what he's saying.
STM32 clone.
Hang
a bit
on,
of a more powerful power supply. And in here we've got a 32-bit, an AT32 F403. So that seems to be some sort of STM32 clone.
Yes, sir. Tom knows his hardware. Yeah, like let's see. I want to see how this prints. Oh, the fucking coils of filament. Dear God.
Yeah, he was not happy about that. And it has so much off as well.
Oh my God, look. I mean, the layering looks pretty good, but the cooling is atrocious.
So that.
Hang on, let's see.
That it's printing.
Tom, please don't copyright
strike us. This print is done. It is relatively noisy.
Oh God,
it does smell pretty bad. So I'm gonna get out of here.
It has 4988. It sounds like. Look at it go.
So that's the first print done, and it's not the overhangs.
It has a metal bed too, which is more than you could say for that other one that you were.
Oh yeah, you caught the stream last week.
Yeah.
Let's see how the. Hey, you know this benchy looks better than some of the Voron benchies I've seen.
A printed upgrade right there. The bigger issue that I have, you can see that up here in the chimney, is that this motion system really isn't great. Like the injection molded, I think these are Delrin bushings.
There's oh my God, look at the slot.
These have quite a lot of play, which actually.
He's giving it way too much credit. I don't think bushings is right. I think it's literally just injection molded parts on the rods. He's giving it way too much credit. But for $70, it's pretty impressive.
It's like a $30-$40.
Ender 3s right now are $75.
Like an easy bake.
Printer. Oh, and they have a heated bed upgrade.
It's going to heat up to like
RV printer.
Is this a 3D printed power brick enclosure? Are they that cheap? Oh my God.
No.
Hot bed. Print stick very well. Won't warp. Look at no strain relief whatsoever.
Made in North Korea, no support.
Oh my God. You mean best Korea?
No, this is like back alley China. Like not even.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't even think you're getting. Did he show the motors? Is this running like those little crappy like?
Yeah, it is.
It's it's running those little. These are what I use to run the blinds in my office.
Those look like RC like servos.
No, they're the little crappy stepper motors.
They're like the smallest, crappiest ones you can buy.
Oh my God. Put an easy APL on it. Like, wait, they can't even spell warp. Did they misspell warp in the? It's running Marlin. Did they misspell
Rapid Light? Yeah.
Wait, did they misspell warp? Oh wait, hang on.
Hotbed.
Mainboard has.
Oh, it says
wrap.
It says
upgrades for this printer. So
it's not going to be like M&M. It's not going to wrap for you. So if you don't want your printer to wrap, you put a heat bed on it.
Oh, I love Chinglish. I love it.
This is super Chinglish. All right. I'm going to go ahead and delete that response. See, Jerry's got all the fun prints. I just print parts for other people's printers.
The one behind you looks amazing.
The one behind me is exactly like this, but it's over 6 foot tall.
Jesus Christ. Have you ever thought about selling your prints, Jerry?
Like, yeah, I've got an Etsy store with a few things on it.
Why don't you plug it? Why don't you send me your Etsy shop?
I need to get a better site and try to list more stuff. But I literally have hundreds and hundreds of things.
If you need help, I know a guy that does websites, and I can help you out. I love helping other people get their businesses going. Seriously, let me know. All right, we're gonna pick a winner. I'm gonna go ahead here. I'm gonna share.
We're gonna select Matt.
Let's see. Can we break Matt's streak here? Let's see. I'm going to go here.
You don't always usually more than.
Oh, here's the dashboard here. Let's see. So you guys can't see. So here's all the stuff. I'll even reload the page so you guys can see. I'm going to reload the page here. And I'm going to pick a winner here. Okay, we ready? I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner. Let's see. Winner picked. Is it going? Oh, Light Source Engraving won it. It didn't show in here, but it showed in chat. There's something going on with their site. I'm just going to reload it.
Congratulations.
Here we go. Light Source Engraving.
Hey, Light Source, do you have a order
He
number?
just got an X1 Carbon recently. I'll make him happy.
I have him. I've been talking to him. We're going to be sending him stuff for his Ender to pimp out his Ender 3 V2. So looks like you're going to get more shit. So if you want more stuff, we can send you more stuff with a $50 gift card. I don't know if he's in there.
I'm gonna message
he must have
been
here recently.
He was earlier because he tagged me in a message. So
I don't know why it wasn't like updating here, but I had to refresh it once I had start giveaway too. Can I redraw? Do you want me to redraw? Hang on, let me see.
Oh, okay. There he is.
He's like, I'm already getting stuff.
Hang on, let me see if people are already in here. Okay, so I'll redraw. There we go. Okay, we'll ask another one. We'll go to another question. How's that? I'll pull this in the back. We'll just watch Matt win this next time. I'll redraw. He doesn't want to accept it. That's fine. Mike's asking when we're going to print a working supercharger or turbo for my go-karts. I mean, we could make an electric. Yes, you have to enter again. So go ahead and enter again.
Actually, I think it was a P1S that they sent him, not an X1 Carbon.
I love my P1S.
So, I mean, in all seriousness, that was a joke, but all serious, we probably could print a working blower to put on the intake of the go-karts that's driven by electric.
There is a guy that 3D printed a internal combustion motor. I can't remember his name. It's been a while since I've watched it, but every part, there was a few things that obviously had to be metal, but the piston, everything was 3D printed plastic.
Stuff, yeah.
And he did get it to run for I wouldn't say a significant amount of time, but it ran on its own until the parts just, warped and melted. But it was really cool what he did, and he even adopted some Honda variable valve technology into it. It was super, super neat.
Oh,
that's cool. The next question we have is from Shuni, SCHONA. He was asking about, he's looking at flashing the Sonic pad, and he needs a recommendation on the USB A to A cable. I have been messing with mine, and this is the one that seems to work. I'm posting an Amazon link here in the description here. It is an affiliate link, so if you guys use that link, you will get
Is that a lifelike, Gary?
Yeah, 3D printing garage Matt.
There you go.
Mr.
When I printed this and I done a video on it, I had Matt send me some clips. I had him say 3 different things. So in the video, I was talking to the statue, and he was answering with his real voice.
So that's great.
Anyway, it's kind of funny.
I was just thinking about that because I am going to be hacking up our Sonic pad and doing a video on that. Do you guys think that I should get A to A cables in so people just buy the cable right from us?
Are you doing the Sonic pad or are you doing the Big Tree?
Well, I'm going to hack the Sonic pad and do a video showing how to actually do it.
Oh, okay.
Chris Travis, I have no idea when I'm going to paint the big alien. He needs some putty work done on him. And Stephen Poole, I think Matt has that over on, I'm not sure. He has that online somewhere free, that statue.
Yeah, I'm gonna
too, Tim, you got to do that. I think last week before you said you're going to do an unboxing of the KE. You still got to do that.
Well, we were supposed to do it, but then we got distracted.
Stephen Poole watched my video on it when I did that.
Yes.
I wasn't there.
Well, that's right.
Yeah. I actually have a monoprice wholesale account, so I'm gonna order some of these A to A cables. So when we do the video, people can just buy them directly from us.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now so I don't forget. Because I have this A to A cable and it does show up, and I can communicate with the Sonic pad, so I do know it works. while we're doing that. Got to put my credit card in.
Doggo.
Jump up.
Say hi, did you, Pupper?
Jump up. Here.
He's like, Dad, just give me the treat, Dad. Come on,
go
Dad.
outside and grab one of the chickens or grab one of the turkeys.
Here. Come
here. Chickens or turkeys?
Jump up. Jump up. Jump up. Don't bark at me. Just jump up. Come here.
Sorry, guys. I have to stand up a little bit because my back is hurting.
Oh, you're fine.
Yep.
I go a little bit further away to get to see my face.
Oh, you're fine.
No,
all right, we got 40 seconds left. Okay, so there you go. Shuni, I posted a link in there, or just wait, in about a week I'll have cables for people, because I'm going to do a video on how to basically hack up your Sonic Pad, because I have one, and I want to be able to actually use it. Let's see here. So Ed 333888 asks, what is your recommendation for a printer with the best quality for under $500? He says he only wants to print PLA. Speed doesn't matter. He wants a 220 by 220 by 220 minimum, single color only, and don't like tinkering, just want to push a print. Honestly, if you're looking, the Bamboo under $500. I mean, you got the A1 Mini is not going to fit that budget. 220 by 220 by 200
more dollars and get the P1P, the P1F.
Don't
get an A1S, you'll be happy.
No, I'm going to recommend actually the Ender 3 V3 SE. That printer was just worked. The Auto Z offset feature worked great. It's $200. You can actually upgrade and modify it if you wanted to later on. I was very impressed with that printer. I have run multiple prints on it since then, and it does just work. Even with the stock firmware, they did a really good job. I don't know if you're watching there. Ed, are you watching? It doesn't tell me when they submitted the video. The SV05, that's also a solid one too. That's also, well, they're both directorized. I think the SV05, so they're both trade-offs. The Ender 3 V3 SE has a slightly better hot end design than the 05, just slightly better. Now, if you want something that could be more easily modifiable in the future, the 05 would actually be a better buy, because it's still using the extrusion. What if the budget's $700? I mean, you could, if you don't mind going closed source, the P1 is a decent machine. I just don't like. There's a lot of printers. If you're only going to print PLA though, and you don't care about going fast, I would honestly recommend just saving your money and going with a cheaper machine.
And once you buy one printer, a couple months later, you're going to want another one.
Yeah, it's an addiction. It is.
Yeah, but I mean, the SV06 is still a good printer. I mean, there's a lot of good printers in like the $200 to $300 range. The SV06, I still like that one, but in terms of usability, the Ender 3 V3 SE is actually a really good machine. For $200,
I was gonna say, the SV06. My only
reason I'm saying
the issue with that is both of mine now, the main boards have
stock boards. Yeah, they're not great. But the thing I like about the Ender 3, so if you're keeping it stock, right, and you're not going to do a ton of modifications on it, then the Ender 3 V3 SE is a really good machine, only because of that Auto Z offset feature makes it super easy for new people to use. The only reason I'd recommend that for a new person over like the SV06 is because of that Auto Z offset feature. And that's a big thing that a lot of people struggle with as
it's
new
got
users.
A lot of people out of the community just because they had so many issues starting out.
Yeah, but the SVO, if you want a printer that's more upgradable down the line, the SV05 would be a more upgradable one in the same price range. The SV06 is still a good printer. I like the SV06, but in terms of usability, it's really hard to beat that new Ender 3 V3 SE. Does their Clipper one, we have the Clipper one in the box, we haven't unboxed it. Does that have the Auto Z offset feature too? I think it does.
Yeah, the non-fan, they put crack and film at non-fan. That's why we're addicted to 3D printing.
I'm looking here because Ender 3 V3 KE, that's a Clipper-based one, so that one can go fast. Now, here's the thing. The Ender 3 V3 SE can actually print pretty fast, especially for a $200 printer. They're running input shaping on it. I'm just looking here to see if they have the Auto Z offset on the KE. I'm looking here because I haven't unboxed it yet, but it is. I have heard good stuff about it too.
I know Voron.
It says auto. Yeah, so it does have the smart self test for the Z offset. So the KE is a little bit faster. It's like $80 more. I haven't used that one, but I have not heard bad stuff about it. I can personally vouch for the V3 SE because I've unboxed it. We did a video. It was a very favorable. I give it a very favorable recommendation. And if the Ender 3 V3 KE is anything like the SE, just faster running clipper, I would be able to recommend that one as well. Now they also have the Ender 3, just the plain old V3. I hate Creality's fucking model numbers, but the Ender 3 V3, just the normal Ender 3 V3, not the KE or the SE. That is their new Core XZ system, so it's fast. And that one is $389. So basically, you have the Ender 3 V3 SE, which is like their entry level machine that runs Marlin. That one's $199 right now on their site. The V3 KE is $279, so basically $80 more, and you're getting a Clipper machine, which will give you network access. It is on Creality's cloud, so you guys know how I feel about clouds. But they do let you modify it. And then the Ender 3 V3 is $389, which is their newer one, which is a Core XZ structure, and that one's been getting good reviews too. So I think if you're wanting to save money or even get two printers, you could get the Ender 3 V3 SE. If you don't care about having network connectivity and you're fine using an SD card, the SE is a great. It's really hard to go with the SE for $199.
Do you want to just print, or do you want to tinker on printers? That's another big question.
No, he said he wants to print. So, like, the build volume on the whole V3 series is good. It meets his requirements. He doesn't care about going fast, but they can print fast. Like, Creality did a really good job on all those hot ends on those printers from what I've seen. And like I said, I've pushed the V3 SE, and it does keep up with print speeds up to like 120 millimeters a second. I haven't pushed it faster, but it's really impressive for a $200 printer. And again, that auto Z offset feature in the bed makes it so much easier for new people to use. The bamboos are nice, but they're limited. I won't be buying any more bamboo printers just because we only got them to do testing to make sure the stuff we're coming out with works with them. But I will always want to have something that I can modify later down the road if the time comes, because eventually the manufacturer's going to stop supporting, they're going to stop doing updates, and I want to be able to do stuff to my own machine. That's the big thing. At a certain point, Bamboo is going to go, hey, your guys' printers are 3-4 years old or whatever. We're not supporting them anymore. You can't connect to our cloud. Go buy a new printer, or run in LAN only mode. You know what I mean? You're going to lose a lot of the features that come along with the cloud stuff.
They're going to Apple your printer.
It's going to happen at a certain
firmware on there to slow it down. And
J5.
I don't think they'll do that.
If you had commas and periods, that might be why I thought it was a link. That happens to me when I type things on different groups. That happens on live streams. It thinks I'm trying to post a link and I'm not.
Alex Smith, is it worth changing from 12 volt to 24 volt? Depends on how much work you want to do, because just about every printer you're going to need to change out for, you're going to have to change out everything that's voltage dependent. So your bed heater.
Alex, hang on. Let's. I'm going to go through the questions. Put that in one of the questions. That's a good one we can talk about. The next one is Peter Anderson. He says he's having EZBL that's straight out of the box. Hopefully they don't come in boxes. Yeah, they come in bags. It doesn't react even when I put my finger on it. One, is it the light sensor? Because if it's a light sensor, it's not going to react when you put your finger on it. You have to put something metal on it. Two, he said he hasn't tried adjusting the screw. If it is one of the models, I don't know what version you have. We have so many different sensors. The current generation is the NG, but it could just need to be adjusted on the side. Yeah, I would check the adjustment. If it's a light sensor, it's going to need a metal piece underneath it to detect and trigger. If it's the regular NG or our Pro sensors, those are all a capacitive type. They wouldn't react to your finger. And again, if it's an adjustable one, just turn the screw clockwise to increase the sensitivity. It's probably too low.
If you still have issues, send us a ticket and we'll take
it. Send us a ticket. Unlike the Chinese, we actually get back to our customers.
Hello, Peter.
All said, You're considering doing the dual ball bearing fans for the bamboo printers. Any update? I will be listing a small batch of the MC fans. We have the 40 millimeter. They call it the MC fan. It's the one that controls the. It cools the main board in the back, the one that's like, it's a 40 millimeter, it's kind of stuck in there with like glue. We do have fans. Tor's been testing it on his, and it's a plug and play replacement. It's about the same noise level as the stock one, except it is dual ball bearing fans. So they will be drop-in replacements. I have a small batch of them. We wanted to test them. Again, imagine this. We're a company that likes to test our products before we sell them to our customers.
What?
Put Emerson on the big screen, Tim. Let's see what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, you bastard! I wanted to print that. I saw that lamp, the owl.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Woo. And that's your filament too.
Oh, is that the midnight one?
Yes.
Is that the midnight one? That looks really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
That turned out really well. I was, because you see a lot of these prints, and it's almost like that shit that you see on Pinterest, where you're like, oh, that's cool, and then you do it, and you're like, what the fuck?
This
looks
one
like actually turned out.
Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and, hang on. I'm going to make a quick, page here so you guys can sign up when we stock them. I do have a small quantity, but we will be getting, more in.
Did you ever do your giveaway again or no?
I'm gonna pull it in a sec here after we do this. All right. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna make up a SKU right now. Okay, let's see.
You know the next layer, you know who that is, right? He's in Israel.
Yes.
He's been making videos for a year and a half. He just hit 100,000 subscribers. I've been making videos since 2017. I have 5,700.
Yeah, you gotta do some clickbait videos and say fuck it to your NDAs.
Something, I don't know.
Oh, and make sure that your clips are of you doing some douchey face, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on here. Josh, hold this bottle for me. Hang on. I need to do a react. I'm doing a review on this. You gotta hold it.
I don't do
right
clickbait. I think it's bad enough. False advertising.
My iPass printer weighs a ton.
You won't believe
printer. And the thumbnail for that, I was holding up the empty box with one hand. But there was no printer.
Yeah, you gotta shoulder it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm trying to find. We had a coming soon thumbnail.
Yeah, man bun.
Why is this not? Where's my coming soon icon? It's gone. The hell?
Krista.
Okay. I don't know. All right, hang on. I'm gonna put here. I'm just gonna publish this. It's the Bamboo MC 40 millimeter fan. We will get this published later. You guys can add it to your wish list. So I'm gonna post this in the chat here. Yeah. So if you want a fan that's gonna last longer than this crappy sleep bearing one they sell, we got it. So,
I also want to look
and
at
the first batch is just going to have a generic label on it. The second batch will actually have our logo and stuff on it. So I didn't care about having them give me my logo on the first one because we were testing them, and I got a small run of them done. So I was like, I just need the fans so we can test them and get some time on them. Okay.
Ooh.
What? You okay there, Epson?
Oh, I'm messing with the gimbal on it. There we go.
Okay, so we're gonna do the winner now. Okay, here we go. Boom, winner. Let's see, pick winner, and look at it says winner picked. Oh wait, you guys can't see it. Hang on. Text. Oh, it went away. It said winner picked. But I'm gonna refresh. F5.
Joe Glasgow won $50 gift card.
Joe Glasgow. Why is so there's something with their site, and I have the blockers, ad blockers.
Congrats,
stuff.
Joe, if you're still here.
Joe, where are you, Joe?
Yeah, he's here.
Joe,
do you have an order number?
Yeah, I see him on YouTube.
Tor's already on it. He's taking care of Mr. Joe.
Cool.
Actually, I have your first and last name, so.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna hit complete. So here, when I hit complete, it like updates then, but when I click pick winner, it doesn't update. They must be having something going on with their site or something. Either way, it's working well enough. We'll work around it. Huh?
Congrats, Joe. How many platforms?
Oh no, it's already modded. Otherwise, it wouldn't be showing anything. It shows it all the time for some fucking reason. I don't know.
How many platforms are you streaming to right now?
5.
Okay.
Facebook, Twitter, Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch. So all 5.
Okay.
So
I'm watching YouTube chat, and then obviously in here I can see the chat, which is coming from everywhere.
We should be streaming on. Let me check if we are actually streaming on Rumble.
Hey guys, I have to go. I'm getting tired and yeah.
No, you're fine, Matt. Thanks for. You're on a completely different time zone than us. So.
Yeah, I have like 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:12 in the morning.
Take care, Matt. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow on our live.
Yeah, see you
tomorrow. Better, sir.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
I guess the giveaways only work on not this channel. You jinxed it by saying you were going to deny it. That's what I'm going to go with.
I know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, actually, it says we're live on Rumble. Can you guys, those of you guys that are on Rumble, can you go to our thing? I can't even watch my stream on Rumble. Is their live stream broken?
I opened up an account there a few months ago. I put up a couple videos and I haven't been back since. I don't even know if they ever posted.
Oh, there it goes. It just took a sec to load. Maybe it was some of my connection.
I just popped up Rumble and it's going.
Thank you, Joe.
So.
Okay. All right. So the next question, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus, we got 8. We got 8 questions. Yeah, we might not get through all the questions, so I might just leave them for the next stream. So 3D experiments, we're going to kind of rapid fire through these. So 3D experiment says, rewiring my Ender 6 and bypassing Creality's mini board connector. Any problem using the longer step promoter, thermistor, heater, and fan cables? No, just bypass it. I hate breakout boards. They will make your printer more stable bypassing them. Solder your wires. Use either the quick solder connectors and properly use them. Properly heat them up with a heat gun.
Whoa, back up. Repeat that loud and clear. You can use
the quick solder connectors if you properly use them.
Shit.
Yeah, you know why? You know why I didn't like them? Because I saw people using them and they all looked like crap. And I found out it's because the idiots were using lighters instead of heat guns to use them. You need to use heat guns, not lighters, because the lighter burns the crap out of it. You need to use a heat gun. No, you put it down. Put it down.
Heat gun.
You know what? There we go. He can think about what he did.
So that, like how the dogs just were like, well, I don't have anything.
Well, the dog's like, Comment's so used to getting yelled at because he does dumb shit all the time. He's just like,
I'm sorry.
Oh, Tim,
use a lighter.
I ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
I use DaVinci Resolve to edit my software, all my videos. And whenever I render on my hard drive, I have a Ryzen 7 1800X, 64 gigs of RAM, and a 1080 Ti overclock card. Most of the time when I try to render, it will either shut down the program, lock up my computer when I try to render.
Do you get a blue screen?
A couple days ago, I got a blue screen on Windows from it.
What was the error code? Was it like a NVIDIA driver error or was it a general?
I don't remember what it was, but I got a blue screen, had to reboot.
There's a program
after I try to render 4, 5, 6 times, sometimes 10 times. Eventually, it'll render it to my hard drive.
I'm gonna
YouTube.
I'm gonna post a link in the chat for everybody. If you get a blue screen, this program from Nersoft is called Blue Screen View. I believe it works on Windows 11. I know it's an older one.
Okay.
I think it does. English. Wait, where's the English release? I don't know. It doesn't say when, but that should pull your blue screen logs and it should tell you what the problem is. And
I haven't had a blue screen in like 20 years, everybody.
So you can look at the dump. It'll analyze the dump log and it'll tell you what file actually cause the lockup or the blue screen.
Okay.
And like if you see like a NVIDIA driver, like NV something in the name, it's an NVIDIA driver. If it's something else, like basically you need to look at that and determine what the issue is. The other thing is too, if it's like could be RAM, because obviously that's going to utilize your RAM a lot heavier than other tasks. You could also run Windows actually has a built-in memory test. It's really good. You can run that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
All right.
All right, the next question. 3 Experience says, does the multi-mount support the SVO5? I don't think it'll bolt up there. Will it, Tor? Do you have that was actually one of the printers I was thinking about adding to our support list.
Wait, what was that?
The SVO5 with the multi-mount. Put that on your to-do list
for design
work. If you need the model, I can send you dimensions of the carriage and you can design one.
Hey, Chris, if you go to have ice cream and it's too hard, throw it in the microwave for 10 or 20 seconds. You can make it scoopable.
She says mine's melt. It'll be fine. Nothing's wrong with a little melty ice cream. We're gonna tonight. I bought some. My dad gave me a bunch of HO scale trains a little while ago, and all the engines are not working. So I went and bought some engines from my local hobby shop, and I'm pretty excited.
Hey, Blasto, when Tim's busy, go grab his ice cream and eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, here. He went. You're making fun of me. Wait for it. Up. Is it gonna? There it goes. So it must
got his little conductor hat and everything.
He looks like a Make-A-Wish kid.
Fuck you.
We went to lunch at a restaurant that like brings your food out on a train too, right before this. So it was pretty cool.
Krista sent me a video of that. That's pretty legit. I like that.
So Jerry, this one is for you from Peter. He said, "Is that King Ghidorah in the background? Show it off. Where did you get the model Gambadi? King Gidorah? King Ghidorah? I have no idea what that is."
The Enterprise came off Gambadi above my head. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I got an alien.
I googled it. That's like a 3-headed dragon thing. From a film, Ghidorah. I think I think he's talking about the thing in the back over your shoulder, the big ass thing.
Oh, this is from Wicked 3D, the Clean Alien?
Yeah, no, I think he's talking about the big one to the right, the big one to the right. Yeah, that. I think he's talking about that.
That's from Wicked 3D off of Facebook. Wicked 3D from Facebook. That's why I showed you the small one. I took the small one here that I resin printed at 100% scale. And then me and Matt German jumped into Luban and 3D Builder. Matt helped me size it up real big. And that's when I chopped it up in pieces in Luban and made the big one. It's exactly like this one. It's just about 6 foot something tall. Polymaker sponsored the filament. It took 35 rolls of filament. Glue 3D sponsored all the glue.
So that thing's like almost 70 pounds then, right?
I'd have to watch all 3 of my videos and add it up. In each video, I had a different section I weighed before I glued it together. Then in the final video, I didn't want to tally all of it together so people wouldn't watch the preceding videos. But in the beginning of the 4th video, I showed the filament stacked up like Jenga clear to the ceiling.
All right. David Hefter says, Crowley Katie unboxing stream?
Soon.
I gotta figure it out. Soon, TM. I'd like to do it next week, ideally. So we'll see. Let's see. Kellen says, how many years until Marlin will die out? So I've been wondering like how much longer Marlin's going to be around because Clipper is gaining popularity. I still like Marlin. We still use Marlin on the majority of our machines. But the way machines are going, especially when they're coming with Clipper and they're not having boards that are supported by Marlin, it is a good question. I was wondering like how much longer will Marlin be able to be used on machines? You know what I mean? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but with more and more printers coming with Clipper, it will eventually, unfortunately, die out if machines are not supporting it, or if the project doesn't get pivoted to something like Clipper where, you're having a single board computer. But that's the other thing too. There is a benefit of Marlin is that you can have machines that are cheaper because when you add when you have a Clipper machine, you can't have just a regular control board with an ARM chip on it running everything on the printer, right? With Clipper, you have to have the control board and you have to have a computer, literally a computer.
You got to add a host.
Then you also have to have a touch screen, right? You have to have a touch screen. Like that all adds cost to the machine. So maybe we'll just see Marlin on lower cost printers going forward because it's cheaper to make printers that run Marlin because Marlin does everything by itself, whereas Clipper on a board does nothing. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you have to have a computer and a screen to run a printer. Like, you could sell a printer that runs Clipper and has a computer and no screen, but the general public's not going to want a printer that doesn't have a damn screen on it. Like, it has to have some sort of screen on it for it to be successful.
This V0 behind me has run both Marlin and Clipper. I gotta say, Clipper has been much more of a pain to set up and get everything configured. But I can do a lot more with it. Like I have the LEDs in the top now. I have all that controlled.
Well, you can run.
I have
LEDs
the lights
off of Marlin.
Well, all running off a separate MCU, a Clipper expander board.
Okay.
You can't run multiple MCUs on Marlin.
Right. And there is a lot of benefits with Clipper. The bottom line, though, is like in general, Clipper is harder to set up and requires more hardware. So from a cost perspective, Marlin is more cost effective on a 3D printer versus Clipper, right? Because I cannot see a printer being very popular that doesn't have some sort of interface on it. Like, even if it's a 128/64 screen, I'm fine with that. I want some way to like start and stop the print and do basic controls on the printer itself. I don't want to have to use a web browser to like manipulate the printer because like even though I use a web browser like 90+% of the time, there's sometimes I'm seeing a print, I'm not buying my computer, I'm like, crap, I got to stop this printer. I got to make an adjustment. I can just go on the screen right now and change the setting on the printer or stop the print. You know what I mean?
You walk around with an iPad in your hand on your print farm and you're going up and down all your
no.
If Clipper had live Z adjust, I would love it so much more.
Yeah,
but
do they still not have that?
No.
Wow, really?
No, there's a slight delay.
Yeah, Marlin's is literally instant.
Yeah,
so what is the
queue?
Is a
bummer. That is a bummer to it. And the guy who said you can use the 12684 or whatever size screen.
Yeah,
you can, but that. And
they suck.
Tim knows I love Clipper. But that is one that is it's the screen getting it to mimic Marlin as far as the menu. That is
I think they just don't. The thing is, they could get the 128/64 to do the same thing Marlin does. I don't think they care.
Well, and you can as a user too. You just have to know how to do it. I think more so they're more pushing Clipper screen,
the touch screen,
the touch screen than the old, the old 1286 or whatever it is, whatever screen it is.
Yeah.
But you can get it to mimic Marlin. You just have to know how, and that's where I will agree. The difficulty, I gave up on that. Like whatever few options.
Well, I'm going to be messing with it. Boom. I'm going to be messing with it, so maybe I can contribute to the documentation in Clipper by actually making the 128/64 not suck as much on that. Because the 128/64
it doesn't suck. It just lacks certain things that.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
When you're switching from Marlin to Clipper, and you're like, oh shit, where's this option? It's not there by default. You have to add it. And if you don't
so
know
basically,
how,
what
that's
I would,
where it's a pain in the ass.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like maybe I can have like a script or something, or just a set of files or config file that you can put in there. And it'll do it, right?
That's what I was saying. If you figure out a way to fork Kiowa or however they say it, and have your own TH3D version of it, where when they run that script, it automatically adds that stuff to this because it really it just comes down to the config.
It has all the
yeah.
I remember when I first
ABL CFG.
I remember when I
128/64 LCD. Macro.
When I remember when I last used Clipper, I did get the 128/64 working, but like the text is huge, the layout was not great. Like
it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I'd like to mess with that because I do still like the screens. Like, there's no reason to have a touch screen on every printer. It's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's nice. But I would like to, like, I have a ton of printers that right now we could convert our whole print farm over to Clipper without any additional hardware because we already have Pis on every single printer. We already have boards that can run Clipper on every single printer. You know what I mean? And I am going to at some point switch over at least like 3 machines out of our 15 that we have for ABS and start with one, get it really dialed in. The nice thing is all of our Ender 3s out there are built exactly the same. So once I get one working, I can copy and paste every single machine. You know, so I can have like, hey, this rack is our test rack. Like, you know, we have like stacks of 3 printers in a row from, you know, floor up. I can be like, hey, these are the ones that are running Clipper. These are our test beds, you know, for seeing if it's worth it to convert to Clipper. But I mean, we're running Marlin with input shaping. And we're getting great prints out of higher, you know, 80 to 100 millimeter second print speeds on Ender 3s running the stack or V-slot wheels and stuff. You know, we've upgraded the hot ends and we've upgraded the extruders so they can keep up with the higher demand. But I want to see, can we push them faster? It would be neat to see, and I think it'd make a good video of, hey, this is a printer running Octoprint with Marlin with input shaping. This is a printer running Clipper. Let's run the same G code on each machine with the same speed settings, have the accelerations and everything set the same on both printers. 1, see which one prints faster. 2, see which one prints better. You know what I mean?
Everybody watching, please subscribe. Hit the like button down below. Share all that free stuff that you can do that will help out the channel extremely. Helps out the YouTube algorithm, Facebook algorithm, whatever other algorithm. Show your support.
Whatever we're at.
Smash the button down below. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Everything helps. Participate.
And I mean, here's the thing.
I do too, LL Sync. I've got 2.
Yeah, our easy boards
Clipper on them, and I love it.
And our easy boards have been lasting for a long time for you, haven't they? I felt bad when you told me your Soval boards died because I mean, granted, I didn't put many time on mine because I immediately switched out to our boards, but yeah, like our easy boards work great. So if you still want, you know, like obviously you won't have access to our easy firmware setup, but the board is still a really damn good, well-engineered, high-quality board that's going to last. You know, that's all the other stuff is just a bonus.
You know, you can slap it in there and then forget about it.
Yeah, that's the point.
On our easy boards, there's an updated config too.
Yeah, Tor was messing with stuff that. So, yeah, the EasyBoard V2, we're still doing stuff. We're not doing anything more. I mean, the V1 can run Clipper too, but the V2 is our active one, so we're not doing anything more for the V1 in terms of like firmware not firmware updates, but configs and documentation.
If I put my V1,
yeah, Lossing, send us a message to our contact page. Just go to contact us. TH3D.com. Send it.
This board in another machine,
hang on, here we go.
I will update the config for it.
Oh, is that a V1? I think that's a V1 because I see the Easy Neo add-on on it. All right, last question is for Alexo Smith. He says is it worth changing a printer from 12 to 24 volts? So I'm going to say, in general, it's not. And I'm going to explain why, and you guys can chime in. Most people, when they talk about converting their printer from 12 to 24 volt, are typically doing it to get the bed to heat up quicker. Okay. My response to that, and that's the majority of people's reason for going to 24 volt, is inherently going to 24 volt is not going to make your bed heat quicker unless the bed you're putting on there is a higher wattage bed than the original bed. Now, knowing that, you could actually make a quicker heating bed by just changing it to an AC bed and leaving everything else still on 12 volt. The only time I have a printer, I have a CR10 right now in my shop that's being rebuilt for a buddy of mine that's local here. And the only reason we went to 24 volt is because we are completely replacing everything, the fans, the hot end, and we put an AC bed on there, and it made sense to go 24 volt because the stock 12 volt power supply was a crappy knockoff that was having issues. And we were able to put a cheaper 150 watt power supply in because the bed is not being run off of that power supply anymore. So that's the major load on the power supply. So, but in general, if your reason for wanting to go 24 volt is to make your bed heat quicker, just change it out to an AC bed. So you get a heating pad for your bed, you desolder the wires or grind them off, because once you're changing it to an AC bed, the stock heater doesn't matter. Go ahead and mar the shit out of it, and who cares if you ruin the traces? You can desolder the wires or cut them off and take a grinder and grind it flat. You basically want a flat surface to adhere the new bed to, and your new heater will stick to the bottom, and you're basically just reusing that as a metal plate. If you want to run it like an AC, like a DC bed, meaning you could set the temperature right from the printer screen, have it control it like the stock bed, you can use something called the solid state relay to achieve that, and they're really cheap. And if you guys we do carry the parts to that way. Now, we don't sell the AC bed heaters. You can get those from many other sources online. If you let me know the model of your printer, I can actually find one. I have a good one that I actually got from a reseller on Amazon for the CR10. And that fits in the 300 by 300. It works really well. I'm really happy with the quality.
You helped me on my Hybrid Cube a long time ago when I put an AC bed on it from Ziltech.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of vendors that do it. So we actually have our own brand of SSRs now. I don't know if you guys know that. So we have our own SSRs now. It's hard to find a good quality SSR. Do not buy SSRs from Amazon. This is not just me being biased because we sell them. There's a lot of legitimately dangerous, crappy quality SSRs on Amazon that are dangerous, that are not rated for what they advertise. Like before I started selling SSRs, I bought them for projects, and I had ones that were rated for 40 amps, and you open it up, it's a 5 amp chip on the inside. All of ours have actual 25 amp chips in them. Like, I literally have disassembled them and show you guys what's inside. And this is a JST24A. This is a 25 amp Triac that's actually rated for 25 amps. Now, you guys are never going to pull 25 amps. Your home circuits are 15 to 20 amps. The reason we have overkill on the amperage is because it means that little Triac in there that handles all the current will run cooler, so it will last longer. Most of your beds, your AC beds, will pull anywhere from 5 to 10 tops. So if you guys are looking for a good relay, I posted a link in the description. They're $14, and you're going to get what you pay for. It comes with a nice locking cover here. So this cover actually snaps on. It's got little locking tabs, so it can't accidentally come off. A lot of the other cheap ones, they just slide off. So you can accidentally pull it off. This locks on. It's actually really hard to get this off once it's locked on. So if you guys are looking for a good SSR, we carry our own. This is our own house brand now. So you can get DigiKey and Mauser also carry SSRs. You're gonna pay a lot more for theirs. Ours are kind of a good middle of the road. They're not super cheap. They're not super expensive. They get the job done. So that's what I would. I don't know if the other guy is still in here.
$14 is really not a lot to pay when you think you could burn your house down.
Exactly.
Man, times are tough, and I just really want to cut all the corners possible.
I can get it on Amazon next day for $4.99.
Yeah,
no?
It could burn your house down quicker than I can get.
25 cents.
Live under a bridge now,
Jerry,
but
you might want
to.
Jerry, you might want to reload. Your connection quality is like 1, and your video is going to crap. You might want to reload. Anybody have anything to add on that? That's what I would do. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's not really worth switching out. I actually had a customer I was talking to today that they bought. It was a Creality Spider hot end with the ceramic heater, and they have a CR10, so it's a 12-volt printer. It's like you don't want to switch out everything for that hot end. You can replace it. I don't think you can swap out the heater on it, but
do they not have a 12-volt heater on there?
Nope. They said they actually list it as compatible with the CR10 lines of printers. But in parentheses at the very end, they're like, does not work on 12-volt printers.
That's kind of stupid.
Why list the CR10s if they don't work on that, since that stock is a 12-volt printer?
Yeah. Well, that's because most of these companies don't do the due diligence of making sure their stuff works with what they're selling it for.
No, it's just it's clickbaity stuff to get you to click on the product and buy it. And hope you don't. Attention.
I don't understand why they don't. Here's the thing: the CR10s, like, if you like the build volume, they're still fun to upgrade, and once they're upgraded, they're still good printers. Like, the thing is, like, why not include a 12-volt heater? It probably costs them like 50 cents. When, like, we have our Tough hot end, which is like our V6 clone, and we include both 12 and 24-volt fans and heaters. So no matter what printer you have, your voltages are covered. It costs us like an extra $1 to put the heater and the fan in.
Right, and the whole kit's what, like $25?
It's under $30. I'm
yeah,
gonna double check.
it's because I even remember giving you shit. I'm like, Tim, why don't you just give us the option of 24 volt or 12? And you're like, because it costs you pennies.
Yeah,
And
I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's sorry. Let's hang on. It's $27.99.
Yeah, so under $30, but I mean, still.
Yeah.
This Creality Spider is $60, and they list it CR10, CR10,
right there.
CR10 S5, CR10 S4.
Yeah, highlight that, Tor. Highlight
all
that
these,
right there.
All these printers are
not compatible. Not compatible.
Yeah, not compatible with 12-volt printers. And yet, all the printers they list right here at the end are 12-volt printers.
Yep.
They may have it with CR10 with 24-volt control board. No, their control boards can run on 12 or 24 volts.
Click on the reviews. Let's see. Let's see. Jerry, you back?
I had to refresh it twice.
Wow. Those did you sort by 1 star?
Yeah.
I was about to be like, damn.
They have 59%.
Hey Tor, what's that in your cart? Are you cheating on us?
We don't we're getting the V0s in. Delete.
From FISEC of all companies?
Well, no. It's for a very specific reason. Here, let me cancel this. It's because they have
right there.
They have the notches. They're the only ones who make the notches for this print bed.
Make the design in Fusion, and I'll make your notches. Okay.
How's
that?
A very specific bed.
Okay, go after the stream. Go in Fusion or over the weekend or whatever. Make the V0 one, and I'll order you V0 plates. Okay. It'll make you happy.
So they have these little notches.
It's so tiny.
Well, it's like with the K1s, how they have the notches. I grabbed that one plate from you, and I'm just using.
Hey, you grabbed like the last one. I'm waiting on more of them.
Got my VIP discount.
Yeah, I just got to resize the plate I already made.
Yeah, we will not be doing anything other than we will only be doing the EasyFlex Pro plates, which is the dual-sided black PEI. That's what we're only carrying one type of plate. Just make it easy because I think it's the best one that's out right now.
Oh, well, think you have that bed too. Yeah, it's nice for when you use it. I've put other plates on it and it works, but I would like to have the notches. And I kind of hate this bed. It sucks.
Well, make the design. I already submitted the orders in process. All those plate sizes that we have on our site right now, they're being made right now. I thought about opening up a pre-order, but I also don't like doing pre-orders because people get all uppity if there's delays.
I wouldn't do a pre-order unless I don't like doing the pre-orders unless we actually have them like on the boat,
like a shipping confirmation.
Yeah,
that's what I was tracking.
No, you know what you do? Do a Kickstarter.
I'm gonna do a Kickstarter to buy me an ice cream,
and then release it 3 years later when everybody's forgotten. It just shows up in the mail. They're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Or what was it? Anchor Make, where they had their multicolor thing, and they're like, we're not gonna do this. Here's your money back.
I mean, at least they got their money back, though.
Yeah. Where they really didn't have to, but it's Anchor Make. They would have had a lot of bad press about that.
Like a freezer, print little ice cream benchies, have everything below 30 degrees.
Oh, your video is still cutting out.
Yeah, Jerry, your internet is not having a good time right now.
Are you still
reboot your computer? Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up in a sec. So, David, yeah, you are correct. I didn't like the notches because my whole thing is like it's another SKU to stock, but what we're going to do is because it does cost a little more to get the notches made because it's a little bit more complicated of a cut. We're just going to have them at a slightly higher price than the standard one. So like we'll have for the K1s, we'll have a K1 specific plate with the notches. And then we'll also still have your traditional 235 by 235s and the K1s will just be a couple bucks more.
Which is
we also want stock as many of the notch ones that are only for specific printers because the big thing is too, like 235 by 235 fits a billion printers. Right. But people are also not, even though the ones with the notches would work on an Ender 3, obviously you'd see the magnet or the bed through the notches. It literally doesn't matter because you're not printing out to the notches anyways, but people don't like the look.
No, so, oh, you're talking about for the non-K ones. So the K ones, it does technically print back there because that's where it does its like real slow nozzle, like cleaning, flushing, whatever.
No, I know. I'm saying, but if I put a K1 plate on an Ender 3 Pro, it'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't matter. Yeah.
But people are not going to buy the K1 plate and they're going to bitch that it doesn't fit the printer because of those little notches. And you guys may think I'm crazy, but we've had stuff like that where, like,
you had a customer complain about the, was it the cut of the magnet or the cut of the plate?
Oh, dear God, that idiot. The magnet.
I actually had another ticket. We're like, hey, I want to
poles are reversed and it.
Yeah. Somebody was asking. I actually just got a ticket the other day. Somebody wanted to put it on the back of a Garolite plate, and I was like, no.
It's because the corner wasn't it because the corner wasn't rounded. It was
there was
the issue he had, but then he had other issues that he wanted to bring up because that didn't get him the free refund that he wanted.
Yeah. So basically, he was trying to use our magnet sheet with the stock Reality magnet. He was complaining that the poles didn't line up. Now, when you're using a magnetic plate, it doesn't matter if the poles line up. We don't sell it as working with those plates. So then he started nitpicking every other thing, trying to get us to eat the cost of it. And I eventually did send him a prepaid label. And then the guy was dumb. Was like, oh, I just threw it in the trash. I was like, okay, well, I can't do anything for you. But the thing is, if I was buying magnets to do what that guy was saying with the Garolite plate, I would order a larger size than my print bed and the Garolite plate. When I got them, because our magnets have poles just like any other magnet, I would take the two magnets, figure out where they line up, let them stick together, and then stick the Garolite plate on there and trim both of them using Garolite plate as a template, and then stick the one on the bottom to the printer bed. At that point, then it's sized, right? And then if you want to add more plates, more Garolite plates, you would just get another magnet that's oversized, put it on the bed, and buy the same ones, the same magnet from the same vendor. And then when the new magnet comes in, put it on the bed and like turn it until you feel those poles, like, because you'll feel it, the poles lock in. Like it'll just kind of slide and then you'll feel the poles grab it and it'll lock it in. That's what I would do. So you could do that, but try and explain that to somebody. They're not going to get it. It's just a customer service nightmare. So I'm not going to be like,
I don't want to do a video explaining how to do it.
Like I could figure it out, but I'd be buying that knowing I'm using it in a kind of niche use case, right? So there's that. All right. Does anybody have anything else to add before we wrap this up? Because we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes.
These always run wrong. It's fun.
Did anybody look at the rat rig, the almost completely 3D printed rat rig that was kind of teased? And
I have not seen it.
Tim, I sent you a message on. Hang on, I'll put it in the private chat. I thought it was interesting.
Also, if we want to make fun of bamboo some more, I sent you.
Oh God, please, yes.
They actually sent out an email saying to stop using just stop use it. At this point.
Jess, you can.
Okay, now I'm the old man yelling at the cloud. Stop advertising the goddamn A1. Stop,
dude! It. Right in the middle of that. Right in the middle of that, somebody did a video, an ad, and they're like, "Oh, what a great printer they're using!" It's like, dude, not right now.
You got good insurance, right? Okay, cool. Buy it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what's going on? Your guys' audio just went crazy.
Emerson's connection's coming back.
I think your Starlink is.
You leave my Starlink alone.
It's better than the AT. When I met you, you were on an AT&T LTE connection. That was rough.
I was on AT&T DSL.
Oh, I thought you were on LTE.
10 down and 1 up is what it was advertised. I didn't get anything close to that. It was dial-up speeds.
So
$60.
You guys are talking about the A1, and I was watching Jim from the Edge of Text video the other day he made because there was a surprise Tim jump scare in there, And I was just looking at the videos, and if you look at his here, you can see it. Like I was already watching it. If I sort by newest, look at the comments. They just recalled this printer. This isn't a review. It's just marketing. You didn't even show it printing a single thing. No pros gone. I'm sorry, but I don't buy Chinese Gucci. I appreciate the bamboo, but no need to do the car salesman pitch toward the end. Don't become known as the paid by a vendor review guy. Is bed slinger only slang? Which one should I get? This printer got recalled due to heat issues. This didn't age well. Looks like Bamboo should have stuck their word when they said no more bed slingers.
They really should have.
How much did they pay you? I really need to know. I don't think Jim. I know Jim. He hasn't told me that he's gotten paid by it. Jim's not that kind of person. There's other ones that probably were paid. Yeah. So these people are. I went to buy. It seems out of stock. Yeah, it's probably because of the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. He did a good rundown here on the machine. So he did a very good. I wish I had the time. Like, I don't know why people are saying they didn't show prints. Like he literally showed multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple
if you want
prints.
to get a bamboo, you have to get a bamboo for multicolor. Just get a P1 or P1P or P1S. There's solid printers. You don't have to deal with the LiDAR that doesn't really work.
I haven't even been using the LiDAR on mine because you can't use it with texture plates, and it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I've had no issues.
Just tune your profile.
The K1
it's not hard. It's something you should learn if you're going to own a 3D printer.
Yeah,
did you get a K1 Max?
Has their version of LiDAR, and anytime I use it, the first layer is trash. It makes it worse. So just never use it. I still
my name is Comet.
Oh, look at ceiling. Bugs.
I don't think we have any. Do we have treats down here? I don't think we have any treats. Are there any bags of treats on Chris's desk? Usually she keeps them over there.
I already gave both my cats treats.
Comet is Joe Biden's spirit animal.
Hey, he's not that dumb. It's okay. He didn't mean it.
Where am I?
He didn't mean it.
I like pizza.
Hi guys, I love you.
Let me sniff you.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, he does come up. He's just like,
yeah. And okay, so it's not ice cream; it's pizza. But he's got his food thing.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah. You shake. Shake. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Shake. Yeah, good boy. You guys have seen
CWs. You know, the funny thing about that is when I not only when I called customer support, but when they actually sent a tech out to the house because it was constantly, they got so pissed that I called it DSL. Like, it is not DSL. That's 1990s technology. They added a letter to it, and I looked at him like, are you fucking serious? You're still using twisted pair. You're still using 80s technology. It's fucking DSL, bro. It's still DSL.
I'm being attacked by a vicious shepherd.
Oh, there's Comet.
So vicious. Look at. All right. I don't think we have any treats for the dogs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Mom didn't bring any treats down. They're
giving us hell for wrapping it up, and she can't be bothered to come down with treats.
Oh, she came down. She didn't bring treats down.
Oh,
she's treat. All right. So, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Jerry, I'm sorry that your computer was having issues or internet or something.
Yes, Hefner. ADSL is what they call it now. If you call it DSL, they throw a fit.
It's not.
Congratulations, you added a letter. It doesn't change it much.
That's exactly what I told him too. I'm like, it's still just as shitty as it was back in the 90s. It's still slow and unreliable. And if you're not right by the node, you get shit service.
Yeah.
And the same thing with their Uverse when they had their Uverse, it was the same thing. They would advertise fast, cable-like speeds. But if you weren't within a block of the node, you weren't getting shit for service. You might as well have had dial-up.
Tim, do you have the Rickroll video playing?
You weren't supposed to say anything. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Why? Why?
You didn't yelled at.
Oh, because she's bored. That's okay. I got Twains to play with, okay? I got Twains to play with. And pinball machine. My new LEDs did not come in yet, so... I did do one more printed thing on the pinball machines. There's in the back glass of Flash, there's like, and the other ones, there's like these little plastic boxes that isolate the light from a certain LED, so it only lights up a certain spot of the back glass and doesn't bleed out. And there were 2 missing. And when I took it off, I was like, oh, it looks like there's supposed to be 2 here. One was for the player 4 marker, and the other one I think was for the tilt indicator. And so I took measurements from the other one, modeled up in Fusion really quick and printed it. And now it's great. I'm slowly restoring it. I'm fixing pinball machines now. So, but all right, everybody, I will see you guys on the next stream. Thank you for everybody for stopping by. Tor, Emerson, Josh, Mr. Josh here.
Both Matt
all the way from Cheeseland. Well. Yes, Matthew and Jerry. Thank you, everybody. And like I said, next week we'll have Light Source Engraving on. And again, if you guys are somebody wants to come on and be a part of this, it is open to most people. Most people. I gotta field people out before I put them on. So
gotta vet them. Background.
Gotta vet them. Yeah. I mean, there are some weird people that we let on the stream. I mean, just but I don't know. just all of
everybody on the lower level.
And the KE. Hey, David, how about this? We will
the bald guys.
Hang on. I'm going to check my calendar. We should be able to do the KE on Wednesday. Hang on.
Between Tim and I, we have a full set of hair.
I told Josh when mine gets as bad as his was, it's gone. Because I have it back here right now.
Mine looks worse on camera, but
you do.
If mine gets worse,
we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Got your mic muted there, Josh.
I look wonderful. Shame on you.
I'm saying right now you do, but if you had like the bozo,
I look pretty ridiculous.
I know it's like when I see people like that, it's like you're not willing to face reality that it's time.
I'm right on the edge of that because I'm almost more than halfway back, and I'm right at that point.
Hey, Emerson, if mine was like yours, I'd be shaving it bald too. You should embrace it. Do it. I'll do it for you. How about this? Next time you're over.
But I have these beautiful curls that I don't want to cut off.
It's all sliding down the back.
And it's all going right here.
All right. Well, I will see everybody later. Thank you for stopping by. I'm going to wrap the stream up, and as always, happy printing. Take your printers off the internet.
Dynamo Par. Replace your stock board.